we left off, you, with a tiefling posse in tow, march towards the Silverwind warehouse to do some recon and then conduct an operation to rescue the prisoners within. A bit of scouting, distractions, and possible ways of entry in. Chris, you find a strange, wealthy-looking man in a nearby house. One that knew more than he should have. In that same moment, a hole sort of just sinks into the middle of the warehouse, and a metallic wasp, burning with energy and affixed with a scythe-like claws, just erupts from the hole, detonating and destroying many of the prisoners and the warehouse itself. With prior efforts finding a way in, you do manage to get a handful of people out. That singular wasp is followed by more, and also a large snake-like woman with 6 arms, heavily clad in armor, and all wielding these vicious-looking curved blades. The old man turns into a fly guy, and combat starts. You take hits, deal them back. Some of them, the more physically inclined of the tiefling posse, also joined the fight, taking mostly hits. And eventually, after spells, counter spells, exploded wasps, and exploded guns, you are victorious at the end. After taking a bit of a beating, a final spell by the fly guy takes hold on Saleth, but is broken very quickly by Riley. In the aftermath, Zero, with your Eye of Truth, you find a strange baby-looking creature with ashy skin, hoofed legs, and horns. After a bit of coaxing, it bites you, leaving a black wound in your neck after whispering, "The Rexins send their regards," before slashing its own throat. And Chris, with a final command uttered to your summoned fiend to, quote, "burn every building in sight," end quote, you all teleport back to Polaris, with 3 prisoners surviving the ordeal. The original young teenager human girl who met you first, Jana, an older half-elven adult who looks dejected all the time, and a wealthier, older human man dressed in nicer clothes but are ruined at this point. The teleportation room is filled to stuffing, but you are in the relatively safety of Polaris, flying somewhere high above the city. That is where we pick up. You all erupt from the teleportation circle itself after all rushing into the very brief window you have while the 2 circles are connected. As you all stumble through, clattering against each other, you all take stock of the situation a little bit, and you do find all your companions, all the tieflings, and all 3 prisoners aboard. What would you like to do?
How many spell slots do I have? I don't have any of my high-level spell slots, so 0 is on their own for now.
I'm gonna ask that guy in the green. You there? What's your name?
The guy in the green, the older human gentleman.
Yeah.
You march up to him and just point a finger at him. Ask him his name. He sort of looks at you and just, despite the old frame, he's shorter than you because you're a massive monolith of a man. But he sort of stands up straight, trying to keep some presentary air about him, despite just being filth-covered in tattered clothing. My name is Brynwald Olwyn. I was the owner of Olwyn Imus Mercantile before a sour deal. And what is your name, my savior?
I am Chrysostomus Killager.
He sort of walks up to you and just holds out a hand. He sort of just takes yours and begins vigorously shaking it. The Olwyn Imus Mercantile Company is forever in your debt, Mr. Killager. I'm afraid I don't have much in the way of assets or power, but if there's anything I can do for you with what meager means I have, it is at your disposal.
I think all we kind of require, I guess, from you is just information that you may have. All of your stories, actually, of perhaps why you ended up there would be interesting and would help our cause.
You're gonna just sit them one by one down, regale you with their stories.
Well, I'll say whenever you're comfortable doing so. If you're in need of rest, we can rest you first. But I think maybe we should maybe inspect you in case there's any dangers that they may have put inside of you or on you and that sort of thing.
Both the older man, Brynwald, and the half-elf man sort of lift their shirts at the same time, and you can see on the left side of their bodies is just a probably like 6-inch incision that has healed over at this point, but it's definitely scarred, and it's in the exact same spot.
Is anyone proficient in medicine? Do they?
Now, Chris, hold on. This is going to sound awful, but what if we left them like that and brought them to either the court in Obethis or perhaps Silnia?
The girl pipes up. She sort of just goes, "I'm from Selnia, so my parents are."
Oh, perfect! We can return you home.
Yeah, I think it's the only world leader that fucks with us anymore.
The sort of the half-elf man sort of just sort of like rubs this scar on his side. I don't think any of us are going to have much of a life to lead with these things inside of us.
Right, are those not simple jars of magic drugs?
I don't know. I mean, I didn't see them put it in. They sort of made me inhale something and I passed out, but I could see the vials when they brought me into the little operating room.
How many vials?
A lot. It was a lot. I don't know how many they put inside, but this was it was a big operation.
Yeah, I think right now our priority should probably be getting this stuff out of them, because right now they're just a blocking hazard.
I suppose there is that point as well. Well, I'm fine with whatever y'all decide to do.
I think perhaps maybe you can rest first.
Brynwald, the older human man, sort of walks up and just goes, "Other rooms are prepared, available. Where shall we sleep in the meantime?"
Well, yeah, we're going to have to make do with our current ice sculpture house until Chris is rested up enough.
Lovely decor, by the way. I think it could do a bit of touch-up. I do know a good carpenter if you want some real wood.
Polaris, what do you think about that?
A deep, thunderous voice. You're all accustomed to this, but it sort of catches literally everyone else that do not live here on a regular basis off guard. Yeah, in a thick voice. "I will accommodate whatever furniture you wish to adorn the house with. My will is your command."
Think on it then.
"Do you instruct me to think upon it?"
I guess you could be included in the we. After all, you've got to carry it all.
"I will ponder this for a time." I imagine you're all sort of filtering out of the teleportation room at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we're moving out, I guess I'm just gonna like, I want to like be like a mother checking their child for injuries, just like checking Salith up and down because she just got her fucking mind wiped for like 30 seconds. I didn't expect her to join the fight, so I'm just checking her.
Yeah, as you're sort of just grabbing her and just doing the full medical examination, EMT style. Make a medicine check.
Oh no.
It's from what you can tell, she seems fine. Other than she's scraped up. But she was also very quickly magically healed by a somewhat OP healing spell. But like other than like the a couple bumps and scrapes, she seems okay. There's nothing bleeding or like weird.
Mhm.
Yeah, she sort of just looks, eventually just grabs you by the wrists and just peels them off her and just goes, I think I feel fine. I don't remember what happened, but it's after the spectral whale part, I feel okay.
Okay, I just gave her a nod.
Are you okay? I mean, you do this on a regular basis.
I mean, yeah, I'll be fine. I just didn't expect for you to get involved, so that was scary for sure. But as long as you're okay, I guess.
I wasn't planning on sticking around too long, but just run a bit of distraction. I thought I could have handled it. Didn't want to get too close, like towards a.
Thank you, and I'm gonna look at her and like Torza, kind of like just back and forth, and just say, please don't do that again. We appreciate it, but I don't think any of us could live with the guilt of one of you laying down your lives for the bullshit we get into.
Sailor sort of looks to you and just goes, I'm not going to try to throw away my life, but if I can help, I will. If it feels safe. And Torza
that
sort of
case-
just looks at you, Zero, and just after you sing it, he just goes, okay.
I have a suggestion. We have a lot to do everywhere around the world. And that concerns me because we can't be in every place all at once, and given that our enemies appear to be on the move and are actively seeking to do things about our shenanigans, it would put me at great ease if people capable as capable of you as you. Sorry, I'm stumbling over me words. Could perhaps help out in a more fortified bastion, something like Golmud. I believe this to also be beneficial, as we are waiting for the final shipment of food to Fentu, which will be delivered to Golmud. And seeing as though that pertains to your cause, and is kind of the reason, the Rexons went through all that nonsense to begin with, might be a good idea if you kind of oversee that while we're out doing our whatever.
So you're just sort of leaning up against the wall and doing like internal math. And she sort of goes, Golmud, I don't. Grep, where's Golmud? As Grep sort of like thumbs through like a billion books. Mainland south of Abethis, next to Despair Sea, treacherous waters. And say that sort of just goes. I mean, it's not a bad idea. I would like to see the food and make sure it's actually properly taken care of.
Zero, remind me, how many months did we deliver?
I think the entire shipment was supposed to cover 2 years, so we have about a year that we brought back to Ventu already.
Something like that.
You hear Eddie sort of just whistle off the corner. Sealith just sort of... It gives like an impressed eyebrow. Yeah, with that food, we should be... Yeah, we'll be okay for a while. I'm assuming you got this money from... And she looks around the house and the flying dragon. This...
Pretty much this.
I shrugged.
Don't mind the talking dragon, by the way. He's not hostile
Anymore.
anymore.
Normally I dispute this, but you've shown me a lot of crazy things in the past couple days, so I'm just going to take your word for it. Yeah, you can, yeah, I think we can handle a couple shipments. I can poke around and see what ships can leave from Gulmud. And we'll just take it back home, I suppose.
And if you need room and board, you could hit up the Sea Spears Guild and tell them Riley sent you. They'll understand.
She takes out a small little notepad and writes it down. Sea Spears, Riley. Okay. Okay, well that's... Yeah, seems like our side done. Take a boat back home. Yeah, we can figure something out there. But she sort of looks over to the 3 recently rescued prisoners, sort of just dawdling in the corner. And she sort of goes, what about them?
Well,
you going to deliver them home, or are you going to bring them to a temple, a doctor?
in general, we'll have to deal with them one at a time, but beyond that, you know, aside from returning to your daily lives or whatever you can scrounge up from that, immediately, what do you want to do?
Are you talking to
I'm talking to the 3 prisoners, yeah. With the captives, hostages.
The Brynwald, old guy, sort of goes, first I would like to have these vials removed from my body, and then I would like to be deposited back in Ibis to see what remains of my company. And if there is anything left, Chrysostomus Killager, who do I address if I wish to offer reward?
I guess you could address us as the Xodiacs.
And you are, I'm assuming, a mercenary company? Adventuring company?
Adventuring company.
Are we even a company? Can we start branding ourselves as such?
You have a name.
You have a name, you have, it's an easy enterprise, you just have to, it's a small license fee of 500 gold, and you can have your very own company.
Who's the
That's
CEO?
good to know. That's good to know.
Who's the
Zodiacs.
CEO?
Yeah, who is the CEO? Who wants to be de facto leader of the Zodiac company?
Anyone but Chris.
Well, I'm the de facto diplomat. I don't know if that necessarily translates to leader.
Sounds like it to me. Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't Chris. Let's be a company.
Agreed, not Chris.
Wait, I might have the most money here.
No, you're a broke
Doubtful.
ass motherfucker.
Yeah, I think you're the only one who's been spending your money, and me, I guess. But like,
And
Jenna and
well,
Riley have been saving.
Yeah.
Well, Riley had to help spend for 0, but I've still got over 10k gold. So, do you have more than 10k gold?
I know Jana's loaded.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Do you have over
Maybe.
20k gold? Thought so. Riley, as the richest person in this group, you're the CEO.
CEO of the Zodiacs, Well, Jana, 0. Which one of you is going to be vice president? My intuition is off sometimes. I need a rock.
Anzwin sort of walks over to Jana and just raises her arm.
Sure.
Well then, Riley will outstretch his hand to Jana. Pleasure to be finally formally working with you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
And if you ever need textiles, be sure to contact me once I'm safely back in Ibis.
Right, we should probably figure out the situation with the 3 of you. Definitely the most pressing. Chris, can you teleport us anywhere right now?
No.
Alright, well, off we go. Out of mana, need a res.
Yeah, I think we should give our rooms to these guys.
He'll hear that and be like, good point! And he'll go sleep in the fucking kitchen.
Chris, you get a raise for that idea.
It was Brynwald, right? The old guy?
Brynwald Olwyn, yes. Yeah, you can see
I
he's
guess-
human man, sort of weathered skin, just balding white hair with what used to be like a nice beard. It's just very uncombed now, and he has like a sort of like a really thick beret with like a silver coin nailed into it.
I guess you can have my room for now, just over there.
I don't wish to intrude. This is, of course, your home.
I'm also an elf, so I don't need a bed, but I can just sit here and I'll be fine.
Yeah, it looks like we have enough rooms where we could all do 2 people a room. As in the other people. These Zodiacs would have to be bedless for the night, but I think we'll all be okay.
My bear's a bed.
Damn. Do we not have a couch? Can we buy a couch?
We have
Like,
pub.
like a pull-out couch, like a
Is there
futon?
like a fantasy IKEA?
There's certainly like furniture shops you could go to. Yeah,
At
you can
least-
bring extra furniture into the house. It's just like you can get anyone who's created because of just the confines of a very small house that could still be like flyable.
I'll sleep in the bathtub.
Well, if you are offering, I don't wish to be a bad guest.
No.
As yeah, so you're giving your rooms to the guests, I suppose.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, as they you begin to get situated as you show them all individual rooms. Just bunking. The beds aren't like, double size, so like, but it can uncomfortably fit 2 people if need be, or like, sleep on the floor. But it is a it's at least more like homey than just sleeping in the kitchen or the dining room or something. Yeah, eventually they do get themselves sorted out. So what was that?
I was just gonna ask, because I've asked this before. I know the house isn't cold, right? Just 'cause it's made of ice. It's still
It's,
like
yeah, it,
temperature controlled.
it is temperature controlled. Like most everything that it started with, like all the stuff, all the furniture stuff, is magical in some sense. So like the bathroom has endless water. Like all the ice is not cold. The beds are made of snow, but they are warm. And the storeroom is like magically cold all the time. So yeah, no, it is like temperature control. Woo magic. Okay. As they begin to get themselves situated. Hey, where are you guys gonna sleep?
Oh, I said kitchen, but it ended up being the dining hall.
I mean, yeah,
Bathtub,
either or.
bathtub, bathtub, bathtub.
Okay, yeah, but it is you guys woke up like an hour ago. So you guys still have a lot of daylight to burn if you want to do something else in the day. It's up to you. Or there's not
I need my magics back. I'm going for an elf nap.
Maybe what I'll do, I'll just kind of I'll do detect magic as a ritual and just kind of walk around the room.
Okay. Yeah, so while you're getting that started, Zero, Jenna, any events for the day?
Don't.
Okay.
Not that I can
Oh,
think
I'm-
of.
I think I'll just, because I don't really have a whole lot of resources that need to be replenished. I'm full health right now, so I will just, I'm gonna stay awake and just hang out with Salith and the tieflings for a bit and just kind of catch up.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just eavesdrop on that conversation.
Okay, as you all, yeah, sort of just hang out in the same area as Salith and Eddie and Torza and Grep. Salith just sort of, in this moment, is just sort of like just ping-ponging her gaze back between the two of you, just in a sense of amazement in some way, as you sort of just nod your head. It is still hard to believe that both of you met each other through happenstance. And somehow found your way back to me.
I'm gonna give a little shrug.
That's how the red strains tangle?
She sort of gives a slight smile at the corner of her mouth. I don't think that's a saying, but I'll take your word for it.
That's how it feels like, so. Make up our own new sayings.
Sailor sort of looks towards you, Zero, and goes, I know you're not big on the gods, but I have to admit, this is a little strange, don't you think?
Oh, I guess we haven't had that talk with you yet, have we?
What talk?
Just gonna look over at Jana.
The birds and the bees? You should have the you should be the one to I also don't know if I know what you're talking about.
Right. So, since our time together, the Zodiacs have uncovered a lot of truths and uncovered a lot of lies and questions regarding the Ten and that entire pantheon of gods and the existence of old gods to be confirmed, and there's a lot of questions still going on, but apparently there are some that believe that the 10 are false gods.
All four of the tieflings sort of look at you with a confused look. Grep sort of speaks up. False as in they're like not original, or false as in they don't exist?
I would say if I'm in this room and I
Yeah, you're
overhear,
walking around. You can be here anytime you want.
I would say false in terms of they weren't original, at least as how the old gods put it. They just came.
Yeah, it seems that a very large chunk of history has been rewritten, and we're trying to find out who was the one to rewrite it.
I imagined Chris just like sleepwalked into the room, like eyes closed, and just started talking.
No, he's been ritual casting.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's trying to
Oh.
fucking
Yeah, detect magic.
I just assumed
The
that
only
was
person
working.
who's not privy to this is Riley. He fucked off.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, Riley and the prisoners mostly. Yeah, Grep sort of steps forward, timid from pretty much most of the time you've seen him, but he sort of steps forward with purpose and just flips to like a large book that he has and just to a blank page and just looks to pretty much all of you. Quill at the ready just goes, "Can you tell me more about this?"
Well,
And yeah, you don't have to do it, but like you can spend the next however long you want or need to just sort of fill in the group of your findings of the old gods, old pantheon, how the 10, the modern gods work sort of are new in some facets. Are you talking about the whole alien thing too?
yeah, perhaps, yeah. And the Titans and that sort of thing. Yeah, probably our meeting with the old gods, with the Guina, and when the Guina brought us all together. And how they answered the question that they believe the 10 are gods themselves, except that they kind of keep to themselves and quiet and seem to not really be doing much. And yeah, that sort of stuff.
And you spend the next couple minutes telling all this while you're ritual casting. All the tieflings have these, even Torzo, who's just been stoic this whole time. They all have these varying expressions of just shock and awe. And Grep is just sitting there. Everything you're telling him, he's just not phased. And some inner historian is activating in his brain. He's just recording every detail you're telling him at this point. And when eventually you're finished, you tell him every facet of your adventure that you've told him or you discovered, as he finishes writing and just leaves more pages blank in case you find anything else, but he sort of closes the book. If this information was lost at some point in the course of history, well, I'll try to do my part to make sure it's not lost again. So anything you learn, it needs to be documented.
Sounds like there's a certain book nerd librarian god that he should be fucking having a talk with.
Owned. How have we decided internally, like amongst ourselves, like, do we really want the word to get out about like the old gods, or do we assume people will be crazy, or is it gonna if we try and get people to like believe us and spread the word, is that gonna like help or hurt us?
It's
Oh,
gonna
it's
definitely
gonna-
help me.
Riley has already decided he's like he tried the aggressive approach already, and people just looked at him like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" So now it's more like, "Hey, by the way, do you mind viewing this legendary fish as like a god?" And they're like, "Okay, yeah, I can do that." And just belief alone like strengthens them.
Okay.
Yeah,
As
I think at
long-
some point in GodCon, I think at some point one of them did say like they specifically kept quiet in case of mass hysteria, because at some point they were just overwritten and they were concerned that like if the truth bombs came out, like it would cause like widespread panic. So some of them stayed quiet.
I think widespread panic would benefit me
Oh
and
yeah,
my
no,
god.
you'd be fine. That is the end goal. Everyone else though, it's dicey. Yeah, as Grep closes it and puts the quill away. It's forgotten once, not again. I can't guarantee that it'll stay in these books, but I'll try to at least make sure the knowledge is there.
Thank you for any help that you can give us in spreading this.
I just have a particular set of skills. You guys have your own. Uh, Towards it sort of looks at you, Chris, and just goes, "Scary."
I
Yeah.
do like a creepy grin.
At which point, Chris, your detect magic does ping like pretty soon after this. Um, in the room where Brynwald is staying, there is something magical in there.
Is it particularly, do I sense it as like within inside of the people?
You do sense that all of them do have specifically three separate sources within the same part of the abdomen. There's something uh there's another piece somewhere on Brynwald. And you can discern it is of the uh, enchantment school of magic.
I see. Okay. I'm not gonna probe too much into that, but maybe I'll mention it to Jana, who's next to me. Or I'll say, I think Brynwald has maybe something that related to enchantment on him. Although I'm not sure, I don't think it's particularly dangerous to us, given his business status and that sort of thing. I assume it's probably for protection of some sort. Although, if we want to investigate, we could.
I don't think I understand the question. Sorry.
Oh, I was just saying that Brynwald has something with enchantment on him.
I think I'm just slow tonight. Sorry. I don't know what to do with that information.
Well, just if you want to investigate further, we could. Um, I personally don't think it's too much of a danger, but
Yeah. I think for tonight, would we have to leave the dragon for that? Slash the mansion, slash the whatever, how many layers deep we are.
No, I don't think so. I mean, we could ask when they wake up.
Yeah, let's
But-
just ask.
Sounds good.
Sorry, I feel like I'm I'm a little lost, so I'm just going off of context for what's happening.
Yeah, the tech magic does not ping anything else out of the ordinary. You do confirm there are three you assume vials of arcanium inside each of them, and that one piece of enchantment magic somewhere on Brynwald. While that conversation is happening, Saleh sort of pulls you somewhat to the side, Zero, and she sort of like points to somewhere on her neck and just goes, "I've been meaning to ask, where did you get burned?"
What is she referring to?
Just like the peaks of scar tissue that you may have.
Oh, from the holy water.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit. And I guess I'll take off my cloak or whatever I had on and show the rest of my fucking arms, which are like splattered with the same scars.
And she sort of definitely has a worried look on her face as she sort of just takes your hands and just begins to just run her thumb across some of the tissue, which has pretty much all healed, like fully at this point, so it doesn't feel gross very much, but it is visibly scarred.
I'm just gonna try to lighten the mood and just be like, you should see the other guy.
Want to know how I got these scars?
Saleth, in response to your joke, does not laugh. But she sort of just, she still keeps that stern expression and just goes, "Look, I can't claim to know what you've been through since you've been gone. But just two things. Please don't do anything crazy and don't die. Because if monsters spewing out of the earth is just like every day for you walking down the street, eventually something is going to be serious. And you may think you can handle it, and you might be able to. And just don't take any gambles. That's all I'm asking."
Well, we're the Zodiacs. We don't really take anything serious, but thank you. Thank you for your concern. I'm just gonna give her a little polite hug and a little little pet kiss on the forehead and just let her know I can give you the details later. It's not.
Oh my god.
It's what?
That's so condescending.
No, what do you mean? I wasn't trying to be condescending.
I don't know, just being like, I don't know. I'm laughing in a good way.
I promise that wasn't my intention. That was not the tone I was trying to come off. Like genuinely, I'm like, thank you for your concern. I can give you the
No, that's a
details
sweet
on it
moment.
later.
This is like, hey, don't die, and you're like, that's okay, that's what we do.
I'm sorry.
No.
Dying? Yeah, I've done
Am
that
I
before.
wrong? We never
Don't
take
worry,
anything
sweaty.
serious.
Hasn't Riley actually died?
You have technically died, though it wasn't in this world in some way.
True. So if
who
you
knows
die
what
in
it counts.
Canada, you don't die in real life. I got you.
Like, if you die, it's like if your heart stops beating for like 10 seconds and you get resuscitated, did you technically die? You know?
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
I mean, your body evaporated into ash, but you know.
Reconstructed,
Yeah.
no big deal.
I almost died multiple times.
Yeah.
You did literally die, though. Like, right? We're still counting that time with the, assassin.
With the doctor.
Yeah. You
Gets
literally
saved
did
by a
die.
passing surgeon. Yeah. A guy with a doctorate and a suture kit just came up with like, I'm gonna stitch this shit back together.
Is Chris our Frankenstein?
Oh yeah, they do it.
He's our Frankenstein and our monster.
Yeah,
Aw.
as scarred up as Zero is, it is a singular like type of scar. Um, Chris at this point has like 4 different types of scar tissue on him. Like I think he got his throat slashed. He has like sunken in veins because of just arcanium abuse, uh, among other things, I'm sure.
Demon impalement.
Chris is hanging on by a thread, a very thin, very very weak thread.
But you know what? His kneecaps, immaculate.
That's the truth.
Also, just for clarity, I want to redo the condescending comment as more of like a "Oh, you sweet summer child" moment.
Yeah, that's fair. I think it's accurate.
As you yes, you kiss Salif on the forehead. Sort of just like just a corner of her mouth to sort of smile as you sort of shake her head. That is going to be a story, I'm sure. I don't normally drink, but I think I'm going to when you tell me that.
Hell
Jana
yeah, it's all
starts
drink.
pouring a drink for them.
Yeah, those of us who can stay up for 8 hours, let's just let's just day drink.
Wants to play Waterfall.
Yeah, as you have wine somewhere on you, right, Jenna? Like somewhere in your inventory. I think you somewhere. I could be wrong. I don't know. I think one of you took like a bottle of wine.
I might have given it away.
Maybe.
I'll look. Nope, I still have one
Okay.
vintage wine.
Yeah, I think.
Are we
I think you
drinking
got
it?
it from
I'll delete it.
Yeah, it's up to
Let's
you.
drink it. It's gone. We're drinking it.
All right. Yeah, as Riley is in the dining hall, just meditating by the window. Yeah, the rest of you, if whoever would like to participate, which is all the tieflings, and Anslin, can start nursing a bottle of fairly old wine.
I
Yeah,
also have
it's
two
amongst
love
the fanciest here.
potions. I never
I don't
look
know
at
where
my
you got those.
inventory. Once I throw it in there, it's like might as well not have it because I don't look at it.
Yeah, your inventory is a mess, but you know, it's organized chaos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. There's some wacky shit in there, I'm sure.
I do have playing cards in my inventory. We could play Waterfall in game.
God, I don't even know what that is.
It's a drinking game. We don't have to roleplay this.
Yeah, you could if you can spend however
Who
much
wants to
time.
ride the bus? Riley.
Yeah, it's,
Red or black?
What?
I think I'm playing doing bits that only I get. That's okay.
Is Riley also colorblind?
No.
I hope a colorblind's not so bad you don't know the difference between red and black.
yeah, Riley can see in the full shade of green. The full spectrum of green. Yeah, you and the tieflings and Anslin. Zero Chris joining as well, or you guys have something else to do?
Um,
Drink.
Zero's joining.
Drink.
Chris, red or black?
I'll do red.
Oh, then higher or lower? This doesn't work if you
Lower.
don't have cards in front of you. In between or outside.
Outside.
And then guess which suit it is.
Like suit?
Yeah.
Italian.
Like spade, club.
Oh, diamond.
Ron, it was hearts. Drink.
I like that.
Yeah, Salith is very, very slowly nursing the drink. Salith does not drink, like, pretty much ever.
Saileth, red or
And
black? Just kidding. We're not doing.
yeah, and she's sort of looking at you play this game. She goes, "This seems like a really easy way to just get just hammered immediately."
That's the point. Red or black? Saileth, red or black?
Red.
No, black. Drink. All right, that's it for that bit.
Yeah. All right, Chris, any activities for the day? You have to detect magic. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Um. Hmm. I'll actually ask Zero. You know, you seemed a little weird there at before we left. Would you be able to explain what was happening
Before we left, where?
before we left the explosion site?
Ah, right. There was a. Do I have a scar on my neck, Simon, from the
Yeah,
baby?
you have a like a bite mark. You can check out on the mirror if you want to in the bathroom.
I would love to do that.
Yeah, you check it out. You look in the mirror. The wound is gone. Like you for sure got punctured, like really badly, but the wound is just gone. And in this place is sort of like this like really dark, almost like pitch black like bruise,
Ew.
and it's just like under the skin.
I'll just say to Chris, yeah, there's this thing there that nobody else could see, and I think it was probably just a spy or informant for the Rexons, since they obviously had a hand in setting this up. And I felt something was off about it, so I didn't initially trust it. It was this weird, fucked up baby thing that was like what was it, part scorpion or something?
I think it had like goat legs and it had like a scorpion tail, and it was but like the upper half was like a baby with like horns.
Gross. Yeah, it was this weird baby goat scorpion thing that seemed chill until it bit the shit out of me and said it was from the Ruxins. So that's there now, and I'll have to figure out if I need to worry about that long term, but it was just an informant or something. I think similar to whatever the fly guy was, 'cause it disappeared into the same black smoke.
Do I recall anything on a scorpion-hooved baby? Or
Are you proficient in Arcana or Religion?
Yes. Arcana.
You can make an Arcana check. Okay. Thinking back on various books you've read, you have this vast repertoire of Pratchell-owned books, this library guarded by little winged cats, at your disposal for most of your life. So you had a lot of time to read. One of the books dealt with accounts and retellings and just various information gathered from the abyss, the plane of demons. Remembering through, you recall information about a couple of these creatures actually. You recall like high-ranking demons in various demonic armies are very large, just like snake women with 6 arms, called Meriliths. You recall occasionally there's like accounts and retellings of various like assassinations and spying from shapeshifting like humanoids with like fly heads called Coloxus. A lot of these match up. One of them, though very briefly mentioned, only is like physical description, is a kind of like a similar body described by Zero as a cloven like baby, like a baby-looking thing, upper half of a baby, bald, very pudgy up top, very furry down below, a scorpion tail and like small little horns. Um, Not much is known about them, but the name given to them were nightmare cherubs.
That's cute.
Based on the description that you kind of gave me, I vaguely recall something called nightmare cherubs.
Yeah, cherubs, whatever the cupid things are.
Yeah, nightmare cherubs. So maybe it might be good to actually go to a temple and ask maybe a priest or something about these things, or go to a library. Seems to be some sort of demon. So hopefully that wound is okay.
That's all you recall from the library, at least. Your personal library. Okay. Any other actions for the day?
Just waiting to get my fucking magic back.
I'll probably just go up back to the teleportation circle and sit there in the middle and rest.
And as you begin your trance-like state, Riley had already been going for like an hour-ish or so. Tieflings ends when Jen and Zero are day drinking with a single bottle of wine, while the prisoners are the rescued people are taking some R&R right now. But if there's no other actions, we can jump ahead a little bit. At this point, roughly it is 10, 11-ish, checking the clocks, Riley. You regain your spell slots. And such. You get a full long rest.
I think I was also missing HP. Let's see. Was
The-
I? No.
You weren't. You were fully healed because of Healing Spirit, I believe.
Let's see. Does Fool's Insight come back on long rest, or is that when the day resets? Long rest.
Long rest. I think day resets are usually magic items.
Yeah, Tempest retorts based on days. All right. What about Inspiration? I forgot about that. Is that also long rest?
Pretty much all class features and stuff are long rests. At minimum long rest. Yeah.
Okay.
I think you can get them on short rest too, but long rest will replenish most class features.
Oh, thankfully I'm a bullshit elf. All right. All right. What did I miss?
You wake up to find Salith and Zero and Jana just day drinking, just chatting over cups of wine. Very small cups.
That didn't really answer my question. Bowen's been here the whole time, but Riley doesn't know jack shit all about what's going on, so that was an
Riley.
in-character question.
Riley, red or black?
Let's go with red.
Higher or lower?
Let's go higher.
Nope, gotta drink. Go get
Oh
water.
no!
Go get water.
What, are we out of the ale?
The wine? I feel like we were splitting
no,
one bottle between like 6 people or something.
Yeah.
Alright, water it is, walks into the bathroom, opens the sink.
Yeah, it's very clean water. You can just drink straight out of the tap if you want to.
Alright, hold on one second. Great. What did that accomplish exactly?
You had fun. And you
It wasn't
hydrated
not fun.
yourself.
Seriously, though, what did I miss?
We caught everyone up on what's been happening.
Little vague.
And he sort of pipes
About
up. God's sake.
the old gods are dying and the new ones are failing to be born, and we're here. That whole thing.
Oh, so you did decide to impart that knowledge. All right. Okay, well, now that you understand the gravity of the situation, Chris. Wait, where's Chris? Where did he go?
Anzo sort of points upstairs. Teleportation circle.
What the hell is he doing up there? I'm gonna go check out what he's doing.
Yep, he is currently sitting down, like hovering like a couple of inches in the air, just in a trance.
Oh. Alright, well, we should have a solution to at least one problem in a few hours.
Right. Any other activities for the day, or otherwise? Yeah, Chris gets a long rest after.
How many fish do I have? Enough to go make food. Alright, who wants to eat?
I
Yeah,
think
all the-
I'll
Yeah, tieflings follow you.
I'll whip up some fish.
Actually, so
Let's see.
behind.
1, 2, 3. Oh, is that everybody who's eating, or are there more?
Anzo,
Hands on? Alright. 1, 2,
half
3,
elf.
4, 5,
old
6,
guy,
7,
girl.
8. 8 fish it is. Half my stock. Well, he's got to be used eventually. Can't have him going bad. Glad to have such a good a clientele today.
Yeah, Anzo's down there helping you.
Perfect.
Yeah, she's got accustomed to all the weird magical tools here. So, yeah, just quickly whip up fish. She as you're cooking with her, she does sort of turns to you, Riley. I know your whole thing is like it's like fish, but like, do you think we can maybe get some other foods in here sometimes?
I'm gonna be honest, I don't really know about like gutting other animals. I've tried it a few times, but I'm not very proficient. I suppose I could look into it.
I mean, you can, if you don't want to do it, you can just bring back something. I can try it. I'm not a butcher, but I'm okay with a knife.
Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah, I mean, fish is good, but it's nice to have other things in life.
Muskrat.
No.
Do you hear that? The walls are talking.
I pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah, just something to think about. Vegetables, even.
Wait, is it not implied Riley puts veggies in?
Yeah, all you got were fish.
Oh.
Where do you get veggies from?
Yeah.
I don't know. We have a magic pantry, don't we? Or is that in Chris's house?
It's magically cold.
Oh, okay, well.
It came with a little bit of food, but not much.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, Answin, this is a little bit short notice, so
I mean,
I will take these complaints to heart.
It's just a balanced diet is all I'm asking.
Believe it or not, Riley is not purely a pescatarian. Right.
Well,
Noted.
Fish every day. What was that, Jenna?
nothing. I was like, yeah. You said at some point we could be able to like put in like a small garden or something in here, right? Like if we like moved space.
That was one of the original options you had of creating the house, but because of the constraints of Dragon, I think that was forgone for the teleportation room.
Okay. I was
Yeah,
thinking,
you can
like,
try to make you can try to get another one, but you have to do it from like alternative means. Like
Right.
getting a wizard or druid to do it for you or something. Or you can try yourself over.
Or
You
I
know,
was thinking
you are
like,
part druid.
you know, like how you can do like indoor, like you just have like a pot and you grow just like this. You can't do everything, like you can't do
So like Riley's
the
fish
whole
tank.
thing.
Yeah, like
Right.
yeah, you can bring stuff in, but like it'll
Yeah.
unless you purposely make it like magical now, like it'll just be like a normal garden.
Like we can do like indoor tomatoes or something, like one little tomato plant. In a pot.
Spice it up a little bit without having to hit up the market.
Just so they're not like dying if shit hits the fan. We'll talk
Yeah,
about this
that could
another
be done.
time.
I mean, you have good berries, so we're never gonna go hungry.
That's
It's just
true.
variety.
Balanced diet. You could eat prison gruel your whole life. You'll survive.
Love hardtack. Can't get enough of it.
Hardtack is pretty good if you like having no teeth. But yeah, you can make alternative adjustments to the house. Lots of things you can do with it. They just especially with time, resources. Yeah, you can do a lot. All right, Zero, you were doing something.
I was gonna just say, I guess while Riley is busy cooking, I think I'll like, if she'll come with me, I'll just like go off somewhere like semi-private with Salith and just start telling her about everything with Akem and Elena and all that. Elena.
Alina, yeah, Alina, yeah, Alina. Yeah, as you sort of go back to your room, make space there. Sales follows and just Jen, are you still there
Me?
in that area? Yeah,
I think so.
or are
Yeah.
you off doing something else? Yeah.
You
Yeah,
said
so
that
sort
so
of-
seriously, I got scared.
No, I'm good. You're good. I'm just making sure where location wise where you are. Yeah, Sailor sort of stops for a second, and yeah, as you're sort of preparing the room in some ways, just make sure everything's tidied up. Sailor sort of walks over to you, Jenna, and just sort of kneels down. Oh, it was sort of I guess, a short reunion. I don't know. Seeing you in some way just sort of made me feel young again. You know, I do
This
miss
is-
being outside.
Wait, who is this?
Sailor.
Saleth? Okay. Yes, it was very good seeing you again. It brought back old memories, but I understand. That's why we had to part ways to begin with. Reach her on our own course through life.
It is a bit a little sad just knowing they're probably all out there somewhere, but they're not able to be here. You know.
Yeah. Our red threads will tangle again altogether, I'm sure of it.
She looks around to the flying house and the crazy teleporting wizard. We traveled a lot, but I think you have bigger wings this time. And she sort of leans down and gives you one more big hug, Jeddah. It was really good seeing you again.
Take care, Saleth.
You too. Don't die. I'd like to be able to just sit down and chat, eat something with all of us at the same table again.
That would be very nice. I'll do my best.
Yeah, he sort of stands up, smiles, and heads into your room, Zero. She sort of closes the door and goes, "So, story about how you acquired these burns would be very nice.
Right. I will go ahead and give her the story from Fairhaven and finding a chem to, I guess, getting Elena after the exorcism.
Yep. Yeah, you're sort of leaning against the door as you're describing the fight with Noodle the Bitter, the sea hag, killing on the Kuatoa, finding this pedestal with a little black gem embedded in the top, and then just being like just moderately possessed for a little bit, accidentally killing the slippery Zachary, and that was the sort of nexus of, yeah, maybe this isn't a good idea. Yeah, the whole time she's sort of just looking at your arms. It just like makes eye contact with it occasionally, but just mostly focus on the arms and just how exactly just scarred up they are, just the discoloration. As she's sort of just running through the sort of scenarios in some way and just goes, so with these old gods, I guess it would make sense not all of them are so benevolent as the one that's currently holding your hand.
Yeah, I cannot fathom the origin of any of these deities, but some of them have strange intentions and they are not safe to be around. So I would just steer clear if you're able to. They don't really seem to, a lot of them anyway, don't seem to take much care for our lives and our well-being.
I mean, I never put much stock into the 10 or the Pantheon's religion myself. It was always a weird topic, especially where we lived. After hearing all this, it's almost comforting in some way. Because you look at Pure Soul Dogma and just the fervor and just hatred that they hold. But they do it all in the name of Len, one of the 10. It made them, the 10, seem this almost ephemeral, like untouchable. This force of being that's beyond mortal comprehension. And then you're telling me these stories of old gods, finding them, rediscovering them. And they seem almost like people, at least more than the 10. They're imperfect. They make mistakes. They have regrets, seemingly. I don't know what to make of it, really. But it is nice to know that even the divine, no matter how old they are, can still mess it up. Just like any one of us can. And she sort of eyes the scars you have.
Yeah, and I mean, let's be honest, if Lynn is real and she is, reflective of her own domain, I guess I should say, then I don't think she would look too kindly upon what Pure Soul Dog was doing. But, I don't know the answer to whether or not she's real. So I guess I'll just have to take care of it ourselves.
take care of it ourselves. We had this talk. And again, don't do anything crazy. Even you don't need me to hold your hand anymore. Clearly, it points to their surroundings generally. I don't want to put you on a leash or anything, or make you feel like I'm trying to dictate what you're doing. I've done that before. I am concerned that, much like the old gods, even those with a lot of power, with a lot of strength, magic, knowledge, you can still fuck it up. Think before you do anything. Anything rash, anything lasting.
I will try, but I can't make any promises.
He sort of hangs her head a little bit, sighs. Again, just don't die. And don't get anyone else killed, please.
I can do that.
We live in a country defined by persecution and death. I just don't want you to add to it. In any realm, country, city, you travel a lot. And especially with the power you have, it's easy to muddy the waters.
I definitely have blood on my hands at this point in our journey, but I've been working towards putting in more effort to be more careful. I've done things now that I'm not too proud of, and I've seen what it does to people, so I'm doing my best to be careful and trying to spare people where I can, but I hope you can understand a lot of these, the worst people make it very hard.
She, still looking at the floor, sort of looks up at you again. Again, I can't control you or your actions. And even if I wanted to, I don't think I could stop you either. And she sort of walks close to you and just puts a hand on your shoulder. And just come back alive. Even if you can't do anything else I asked, if you can't, even if you're still hurting people and killing and getting into situations, just come home. At the end of all this, just come home.
Yeah, I can try.
And she just pulls you in for a little bit of a hug.
Yeah, I give her a hug.
Yeah. I think the wine's sort of giving me a headache. Is there anything else you needed from me? Otherwise, I think I'm going to sleep it off a little bit, at least until the night.
Nope, that's it from me. Thanks for hearing me out, I guess.
Hey, Anduin had some sort of stone that she had, and it looked like she was communicating. I don't know where she got that, but if you could get more, that'd be nice to at least keep in touch.
I think I can do that, yeah, actually. Let me see what I can do before we drop you off, and I'll hook you up with one.
Yeah, she sort of, yeah, despite the sort of serious nature of the talks generally shared between you and Salith now, uh, the you know Salith for a good number of years, and she still seems a little shaken with your arrival and the actions thereof. But she just yeah, knowing this is your room, sort of just curls into your bed, takes off the shoes, and just sort of removes any clunky clothing and just sort of yeah, just lays down in your bed.
Well, I'm not gonna watch her get into bed. I'm gonna leave respectfully, gosh.
Yeah, you leave. Just close the door. Salith safely contained within her prison. Good job.
Shut up.
All right. Any other actions for the day?
I'm gonna eat that fish.
You that fish. Just make a wisdom or intelligence check. Your choice.
I am better at one.
It's okay. It's not the best you've done. I think it's you guess it's probably the sheer amount of like volume of people you're cooking for. What like you're not really like a chef or like a cook like that. I mean, just like cooking for so many people. The proportions of these things are off. It's edible. It's not like Michelin star reward, but like it's food, and especially they pretty much all appreciate it. They haven't really had great food either on the travels or contained within a warehouse for who knows how long. Yeah. But as you're sort of cooking there, you oh Jesus. You pick up that the old guy's name? Birdwald Olwyn, the half-elf guy's name, Dasso Bordat. And the little girl's name is little girl, she's like early teenager. Luna Tharden. And they
Is she also an elf?
no, she's a human.
Okay, that's a weird name for a human.
Yeah. As you're sort of just there cooking for the next like half hour or so, Brynwald mentions that he had dealings with Silverwind, but like as like a legitimate company and not like any of the shady shit. And then after sort of like a forceful deal, which he politely declined, he got clubbed in the back of the head and he ended up here. Dasso mentions that he had debts to settle. He is a cobbler in Abethus, and he was told to go to Duzamar to settle debts, where he was probably kidnapped and end up here. And Luna mentions that she's kind of like from a upper class family in Sylnia, and she was just walking on the street one day and she just got kidnapped. Yeah.
Oh, it's weird, especially in the case of Luna. I'm surprised they didn't try to put out a ransom. We've dealt with ransomers before.
Brynwald sort of pipes up. I believe in my case, they wanted more to send a message I thought I thought the Silverwind Trading Company was a fine business, dealing in woodwork and textiles like and, well, I discovered they are kind of not good to be around.
Oh, it's
In
far
their
worse than you
business.
think.
Seemingly.
Yeah, you aren't the first people we've saved from this exact same situation.
Well, I'll mention once again, if there's anything left of my company, the assets in my power are yours at your disposal.
I'm honestly not really sure what to do with that, because, I feel a little bit bad. I mean, you get kidnapped, you lose your business, or seemingly anyway, and then have to stow away on a flying dragon and witness the death of your fellow prisoners, and there's nothing that any of us could have done about that. I mean, I feel a little bit bad.
Oh yes, horrifying events that I will no doubt remember for the rest of my life. However, no point in dwelling on what you cannot change. So do what you can with what you have. In which case I have a small-ish company. I do not know how much a textiles business will be of aid to such powerful adventurers such as yourselves, but we do hear whispers here and there. We do have a pulse, finger on the pulse of the business world, and perhaps we can aid you in that endeavor. Or just simply money.
Comes to ownership and whatnot, I think you'd be better off speaking to the others, because for me, I'm more of a investor, I suppose you could say. Almost to a detriment.
Well, I said the company part in half a jest, but if you wish to actually become a company, then I would advise financial advisors. No offense, but I do not believe many of your compatriots, myself, are responsible enough.
Well, the wizard certainly isn't. But the others have been fine so far, I think. No real complaints. We saved the town from starvation. Sometimes you have to put a lot of gold into that. It just happens.
How much gold did you put in for this endeavor?
Oh, I personally put in 5,000 gold. I don't remember what the total was.
Well, if you can remember the amount or ask someone what is the amount, I could possibly reimburse you for that.
Reimburse me for saving a town.
Yes, that is a noble endeavor. And you saved my life.
Let me think on that. The order of business in which we drop the lot of you off is yet to be determined, so we've got plenty of time yet on this wacky dragon.
Yeah, think it over. If all is still well at the company, I should have some expendable assets I can liquidize to get funds if you wish to be reimbursed for that amount. But until then, a fish. As you
Fish indeed.
begin to finish up the meal. Average. It is okay.
Not my best. Answen, I think you have a point.
I'm
Really
just saying.
need something to add some zing to that.
There's only fish is good. There's only so many things you can do with it before you get sick.
No,
Okay.
my business there is concluded unless the others want to talk to Riley.
All right. There's nothing else. Okay.
Not that I will initiate, no.
All right. So dinner's had. Sailith sort of just chilling. Yeah, as you all sort of wind down for the day. Chris, you get a long rest as you are sat in the teleportation room, the hovering ceases, and you feel fully restored, magic power brimming. The sort of arcane lights, the ruins around you begin to dim as the trance also begins to fade from you as well.
Is it dawn yet, or is it nighttime?
Nope, it's not dawn. It has been a couple of hours. But you guys woke up in the morning, fought, and then teleported back here. So like,
Yeah, it's like noon right now.
it's the afternoon. Yeah, to like 2:30.
Okay.
All right. Chris, doing anything?
I guess I'll just go downstairs and see what everyone's up to.
Yeah, go downstairs. You see, I don't know where Zero and Jana and Jordo are, but you do see Riley and the rest of everybody else really just having some fish dinner. Fish stew, fried fish, fish skillets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sick of fish. Sorry, Riley.
Looks like you got some sea creatures to eat. Brynwald, I earlier, I kind of detected that you had some sort of magic on you, enchantment, as it would be. Would you mind explaining that, or?
Oh, yes. That is this. And he sort of points to the silver coin and sort of scratches it with his sort of kind of jagged, gross fingernails looking, It's just a bauble, really. It is just a minor enchantment to sometimes when simply dealing with various more scrupulous business dealings. Others may take offense to certain behavior or sayings or something offensive to them that you may not know. This is just a little trick that I will use that if they react poorly, I can simply think really hard and they'll forget the last sentence or so.
I see. I guess, we don't really have anything to worry about.
Oh, not for me. An old, almost retired man.
Yep, I think we can trust you. You seem very trustworthy.
It warms my heart to hear you say that, Mr. Killager. If you do form a company from this adventuring band, please, I would be delighted to enter a partnership.
Yeah, I had thoughts about perhaps making an explosives company.
Well, if you make explosives company, you'll need good quality cloth and textiles to bind it all in.
That's true. And you'll be the first person I come to for that.
It would be my honor, Mr. Killager. Fish? He holds out just like extra bowls of fish stew and other fish-related foods that now just permeate. Like the stink of the kitchen is immense.
Yeah, I'll slowly start eating some fish.
All right. Yeah, so there's nothing else. We can enter the nighttime. All right. Cool. So as evening winds down, everyone finishes up their dinner. The morale, especially of the Tiefling posse and the ex-prisoners have definitely improved since everything really. But as the days begin to slow, the sun begins to set. You are flying just above the clouds, so you do see kind of a beautiful looking sunset. Kind of strange, in Thane at least, to see the sun, as you can see, begin to fade from this, the blue above the clouds, and just to purples, oranges, and eventually it just begins to just slowly fall behind the horizon. All right. Any activities for the night, or you guys want to just get a long rest?
If anyone's in the vicinity of me, well, of the four of us, like the Zodiacs, then I'll mention perhaps. It seems that the Rexons are dealing with some sort of collaboration with demons, as the things that we encountered during our battle there in Lipat was were kind of demon creatures. So we may want to investigate that a little further.
Any other activities?
Nope. Waiting to see where we get whisked off to.
All right. Yeah. As the night begins to encroach, Riley and Chris, you're already fully rested, so you don't have to rest again if you want to. You can just walk around, do whatever you want for the night. Jana and Zero, where y'all sleeping?
Bathtub.
Bathtub.
Giorgio bed.
Giorgio bed, just in the middle of the second floor here.
Yeah, wherever.
Yeah, sure. Anzun will curl up and add just like a. If Giorgio was the bed, Anzun's the blanket. There you go. Yep, and yep, Chris and Riley, y'all can do whatever you want during the night. Where's Error, by the way?
He's in
Your bag.
my
Charging
bag,
station.
but I'm gonna take him out.
Yeah, you kick him out, roll him around a little bit. He sort of kind of like a dog that's been like taken out of its house for like a number of days and just like comes back home and it's just like forgotten everything. And it's just like re-exploring the house again. Yeah, not Antoine. Error sort of just rolls around and just finds that little familiar pile of clothes that's on the ground and just begins to just rotate perfectly at like a very set speed and just dig himself into the bed and just looks at you, Chris. Just goes, night, night.
Good night.
What time is it roughly?
Evening is beginning to hit, so checking exactly, it's like 6:30ish, 7 o'clock or so.
I'm gonna get out my sending stone to Claudine and be like, I'm sure news will reach the underground world eventually. The Rexons tried to coerce us into a deal. Didn't work. We declined. There we go. That's 25 words. Send.
Yeah. You're back after a couple seconds or so. Well, if this deal ended poorly with bad relations, I don't know how publicly I can be seen with you. At least until further notice. And that's the end of the message.
That's fine.
Okay. All right. Yeah. As you sending Stone clean up the kitchen, they left quite a mess in there. Chris, you can do your Chris things if you'd like. As you all wind down, there will be 2 sneaky beakies.
Oh boy.
I'll start with you, Jana.
That's me.
That is you. Please join me in the sneaky beaky. Why, hello there.
Hello.
You okay? You can hear me okay?
Yep.
Nope. All right. Somewhat exhausted after the day's events. In your little Giorgio pile, Anzuin flanking you. Dreams find you quickly. Your mind forms images of roads, of oceans, of mountains, and on top of them, a group of 5 women crossing them. It's you. You and the found family you had previously. Exactly how you remember them to be. The glimmering scales of the Dragonborn sisters reflect midday suns like a beacon letting you know where they are. Kata, with her silver nose halfway into a book, and Kinga, always leaning half a hand on her sword, ready at a moment's notice. The tall, gaunt, and dangerously pale Amiz hovers closely behind, her gaze always fixating on something else as if the world itself is new. Saleth, self-assured, alert, and to you maybe, perhaps somewhat paranoid, leads the pack at the front, looking for any sign of danger, any deviation in the norm. You are beside her, helping spot suspicious tracks, identifying poisonous plants, animals, or monsters, and just chatting. You could always see that chatter helped alleviate the tensions Saleth carried with her in dicey situations. Her face would always scrunch when she was concentrating. A spry voice from behind breaks the silence. Kata's voice. You're going to get wrinkles if you keep furrowing your brow like that. Saleth's focus, now broken, responds back. If that's the price I pay for keeping us alive, so be it. And the wispy, dry voice, Mies, echoes from the back of the traveling line. Being dead wouldn't be all bad. I think you would be a pretty corpse, Saleth. Saleth's face becomes one of confusion, unsure whether to be flattered or disturbed, yet somehow she finds an expression that could be both. Eventually a smile breaks through that stoic facade she always kept on. Thanks, Mies. I'll try to make sure I'm in an aesthetic pose when I die. Brief banter, and you can visibly see a wave of relaxation hit Saleth. Her gaze is less deliberate now. Her gait is less deliberate now. Her eyes aren't just keeping to the horizon, but to the surroundings of nature. She begins to take in the journey, not just the destination. You travel past numbers of locales, making memories at every landmark. Yet you arrive at that same foreboding chasm, like the broken jaw of some huge creature. The air is dry, arid grasslands to all horizons, and a perfect radius around that broken entryway, black scorch marks. Kata and Kinga, your dragons, walk towards it. Kata hesitates, but Kinga steals both of their resolves. Her head held high, and she marches with purpose. Then they disappear into that chasm, never to be seen by you or the rest of the group again. You see the path where they walked, not how you remembered it, but their path clearly defined, leaving footprints heavier than should be possible. Only a few moments later, Amice walks away from you too. Her pilgrimage complete, at least that's what she told you. The path she leaves when she walks, heavier than it should be. And all of your paths are diverging, and you know that the joyous times of travel and adventure are coming to a close. You turn to where Saleth was standing. She's already gone. Her path clearly defined in the ground. Footsteps heavier than they should be, moving away. You are alone. All of you are alone. At some point, you walk, beginning to make your own path now, leaving that one arid spot where you could see the trails of your found sisters, all leaving. You walk, walk, and walk for what seems like ages. And eventually you find yourself in the tundra. The cold biting at your skin, the frostbite beginning to form on your fingers. You come across a singular patch of dry, arid grassland. And you see standing it in the center an older Salith. Her hair is different, her clothes are thicker, and you can see that the path she carved for herself led her here. You didn't realize it when you were walking, but at some point, your path and hers converged on each other, following in each other's footsteps without any of you knowing. You look back where they could have joined, seeing back further than is possible. One chance meeting with a red tiefling rogue from Fentu on a quest to rescue the daughter of a priest led you to another adventure. Secrets delved, history uncovered, adventure to be had. And your footsteps coincide. You look back to Salith. Found yourself already in that arid grassland where you diverged so long ago. Familiarly serious in disposition, she breaks away to an open smile. She kneels down, closing her eyes and leaning her forehead against yours. Her last words to you: "It was really good seeing you again." The words reverberate and rattle in the air for a second. You don't feel the cold of the tundra anymore. Just the warmth of a lost friend pressed against you, reunited, if only for a second. The knowledge that both of you are okay is warmer than any fire could be at this moment. Resolute bond glows hot. You know what that means at this point, and you awake. You find your bow, and melted into the grip under the center, just below Giorgio, is a perfect image of that moment where Salith leaned her head against yours. The polished metal shining beautifully in the moonlight. The dark around you reminds you of a slightly creepy cleric you knew, and the metal reminds you of a certain pair of Dragonborn sisters. But you don't need a reminder for Salith, because now you can just look down below your hand whenever you need a reminder of and a little dose of stalwart leadership. You gain a new thing. I'll just put that in your thing. You can read it when you have time.
In my...
In your handout, which I just updated just now.
Is it the belt?
Resolute Bond.
Resolute bond.
Your
Why do I have a
apotheosis
belt?
vessel. Why do you have a belt? Is it the belt of...
Stone giant strength?
Oh. Right.
Is that mine?
It's in everyone's thing, I think. I just put it for in everyone's. I don't know who has it, actually. I don't think
Okay.
anyone's tuned to it
I was
yet.
like, I don't remember having this. Okay.
No, you
it's in
you
my-
have a new bond.
Woo.
Woo.
I will read this so you can do the
Yeah.
other sneaky beaky. Thank you, Simon.
All right. No worries. All right. Join back.
Oh,
Hello there.
hello
Jam
there.
Right. Elves, anything you want to do for the night? Anything that popped up?
No.
Well,
yeah, not for me. You go ahead.
no, not at the moment, I guess.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Zero. Join me in
Thank you,
Sneaky Beaky.
Simon. That rules.
Ah,
You are welcome.
Me?
Bonus action stuff. Yes, you. Join
Yeah.
me in Sneaky Beaky.
Man, Zero and Jana always get their sneaky beakies. When am I gonna get one?
What a lie.
I got one at the beginning of the campaign and haven't had one since.
I feel like you've had a ton of sneaky beakies. I feel
I
like
have
it's just
not.
been Riley's sneaky beakies.
Okay, that one time I had a sneaky beaky, in the cave when we were rescuing one of the children, Nancy, from the hags, because I was the only one, not present in the fight. I was talking to a chem. That made sense because that was That wasn't really a sneaky beaky so much as it was.
No. I feel like there's been plenty
Only
where it's
Riley
like,
is present for this.
you were having a streak of like Riley sees crazy fish. Oh, sneaky beaky.
That was only once.
No.
Maybe it was twice.
It's alright. I feel like
It was
just out of
definitely
everyone,
not 3 times.
Chris has had the least though, in my memory.
I've
Well, there was
had
that time he got possessed.
I have had a few, but like I do kind of keep some of it as secret.
Keep all of it a secret.
They're all
I had to
sneaky.
fucking read Chris's
Oh,
mind to figure out
that's
anything.
That's your quote, I think, for me. Has. Oh no.
Has hmm?
Discord, I think, has lost all my quotes I put for everyone with the updates. I used to have my favorite quotes from everybody as a note on Discord, and I know yours, Brandon, was like, I don't even know the sneakies of my beakies or something. Oh, that pisses me off.
Was it not pinned?
No, it's like you used to be able to keep like private notes on people's profiles.
Oh.
Because then yours was something about with Pam from The Office.
Oh,
You're like, I see
I
Pam,
remember what you're talking
I
about.
click. I think that was your
I'm a
quote.
very simple man, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's gone.
I thought that was pinned. Huh.
Because not all of these were in the chat. Some of these were just like things that were said, and then I wrote it down as a little note. How sad. Brandon,
Yeah.
red or black?
Black.
I think that's red. Ron, Bowen, red or black?
What are the chances? I'll go red too.
50-50. Red? Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, you pulled a red jack. So now you want to guess, is the next card going to be higher or lower than a jack?
Then well, it depends on what the ruling here is. Does Jack equal 11?
Yes, and aces are
Well,
high.
Oh, aces are high. Oh, the probability is still vastly in
Yeah.
favor of lower.
So you're saying lower?
Yeah.
It's a 7. So now
Yeah.
the next one is, so you have a jack and a 7. Is it
Uh-huh.
going to be in between those cards? Is the next card pulled going to fall in between those cards or outside those cards? And if it ties,
I mean, probability
it
here
goes
means
inside.
nothing. Okay,
Yeah.
what's between Jack and 7? 8, 9, 10. That's it, really.
And the
There's a
cards always
much higher
fall
probability.
inside. So if it's another jack comes up, that's inside.
Yeah, so right. So 7, 8, 9, 10 Jack. That's 5 of I think 13. So, I'm betting 5 against 8. I'll go outside though, because that's more likely.
Yep, it's a queen. And then
Yeah.
the final kicker is you have to guess the suite. So you just get a random one in for a chance.
Yeah, that's kind of fucked up. I have no idea. What did you say my Jack was?
You have a you have a red, well, I guess you'll know the colors. You pulled a jack of diamonds, 7 of heart, and a queen of clubs. I guess
Well,
I don't know
fuck
what a
it.
spade looks like.
Let's go with fucking. Wait, you said hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Diamond, hearts, clubs.
What the hell is the last one again?
Spade.
Spade.
Spade. Yeah, that's the one. Let's go Queen of Spade.
Well, you just have to guess the suite, and it's a club, so nope.
Okay. Yeah, that was a 1 in 4 regardless.
Back to Brandon, red or black?
Black.
Yes. Okay, it's a 10, so higher or lower?
Lower.
Nope, it's a 10, so you're out. Bowen, red or black?
Let's go red again.
Yes, it's a 4, higher or lower?
Definitely going higher, especially because ace is part of that.
It's a 9, so you have a 4 and a 9, and in between or outside.
I'm gonna go in between.
It's a jack. Nope. You're out.
Fuck, punished.
Brandon, red or black?
Red.
Yes. It's a 5, higher or lower?
Higher.
Yes, it's an ace, and now you're between 5 and an ace. Or, like, that's your range. So in between or outside.
In between.
No, it's a 4. This
Oh.
game's brutal. Bowen, red or black?
Red hasn't failed me, but I have also skipped
It's
out on
just a
black. Let's go black.
50-50. Yeah. Red, Ron.
Ah,
Brandon, red or black?
royal. God damn it.
Black.
Red. Sorry. Bowen, red or black?
I've learned from my mistake. I'm going red.
It's red. It's an ace. So higher or lower?
Isn't ace the highest?
Yup. But if it's another
Yes.
ace, you automatically lose. Because on this one, if it's the same card, you just lose.
So 1 in 52 chance, or actually it's a 3 in 52. Fuck it, just go lower.
Yeah.
No shot.
Yep,
It's an
it's a
ace.
king. So now it's between ace and king. So in between or outside.
Isn't that only those two?
Yep. So you should have a pretty good
I'm
guess.
I'm extremely not punished by going lower.
Are you going lower?
Lower.
I don't know the card yet. It's a queen. Yep. So that's outside. Well, that's
Oh
an
my
ace,
God!
King, queen, and then discuss the suite.
Yeah, this one's gonna be tough. I'm gonna go clubs.
It's a club. Bowen, you're off
Let's
the bus.
fucking go.
You're off the
Oh,
bus.
shit.
One.
Brandon,
Let's fucking
red
go.
or black?
Black.
It's black. It's an 8, higher or lower.
Lower.
It's a 7, so 8 and 7 in between or outside.
Outside.
Yep, it's a 10. Now guess the suite.
Diamonds.
It's a club. I'm sorry. Red or black?
Red.
It's black. Red or black?
Black.
Yep, it's a 5, higher or lower.
Higher.
Yep, it's an 8, so 5 and an 8 in between or outside.
Outside.
It's an 8, that's inside. And you guessed what, outside?
Yeah.
Red or black?
Black.
Yep, it's a 4, higher or lower.
Higher.
Yep, it's a king, so we got 4 and a king in between or outside.
In between.
It's a 2, I'm sorry.
Oh my god, how does he keep getting punished?
Red or black? No, this
So
game is just
unlikely.
brutal. This game, and what's worse is always the last one. You have just a 1 in 4 chance, and
Yeah.
you've
Red.
done all the stuff. Yep, it's an ace, higher or lower.
Lower.
It's a 3, so we've got ace and a 3.
In between.
Yep, and it's a 9, and then guess the suite.
Spades.
It's a diamond.
Red
or black?
Black.
Yep. It's a 10, higher or lower.
Lower.
It's a king, I'm sorry. Red or black?
Oh.
We're almost, once I'm through with this deck, it's almost done, we'll call it.
Red.
Yep, it's a 9, higher or lower.
Lower.
Yep, so you've got 9 and a 3.
In between.
It's a king, I'm sorry. Red or black?
Black.
Nope, it's red. Red or black?
Red.
It's black, I'm sorry. Red or black?
Red.
It's black. Red or black?
Red.
Yep, okay, it's a 3. Higher or lower?
Higher.
It's a 9, so we've got 3 and a 9. In between or outside?
In
Oh,
between.
roll. It's a 3, which means it's inside, so you got to guess the suite.
Clubs.
It's a heart. I'm sorry. Red or black?
Red.
It's black. Red or black?
Black.
Yes, it's a 6. Higher or lower? Or no, yeah.
Lower.
It's a 5. 6 and a 5, in between or outside.
Outside.
Yep, it's an 8. And then guess the suite.
Clubs.
It's a heart. I'm sorry.
Oh.
And I've only got one card left anyway. Red or black?
You know what? Let's guess it. Let's guess the exact card.
I'm gonna do 3 of clubs.
I guess 6 of hearts.
7 of spades.
Ooh, close.
Good game, everyone. Brandon, you're on the bus forever.
Yeah. What was the roll?
Yeah. Zero's
Wait,
over here
Zero
rolling.
rolled?
Yeah.
Oh fuck!
Wisdom
I didn't
save.
really have to do anything in
Wisdom
mine.
say. Oh, you know what? This is probably because of the fucking thing that got left behind. Now it makes
Oh.
sense.
I think that's for Isaac. Those two d20s.
Oh, that makes sense too. Oh shit! Something really bad could be happening.
I just had to sit and Simon told me a very nice story, and then I got a thing at the end.
Your god has been very nice to you.
Yeah.
I got a story too. One of chaos, though.
Yeah, I don't think I got a story so much as I was teleported into the body of Airlock Nohog and experienced events through his eyes. Which makes sense because Gwina isn't supposed to be able to talk.
I think the music suggests
Yes.
something
that.
happening.
I had it muted this whole time.
I had like
Ooh,
really
fuck.
nice music during mine. I'm like, oh, this is so nice.
Yeah, I noticed
Sorry,
that. And now it's like,
Zero.
So that music is disconcerting to say the least.
are we
You're
dead?
rolling.
I have a feeling we had very very different sneaky peeks. Oh boy.
Can't wait for Zero to not say anything about this.
Okay. Where were Chris and Riley actually at the night?
Kichan!
Yeah, probably kitchen.
All right, you guys are all down there. Okay, yeah, you're all just down there. All right. Eventually, morning does come. The sort of sun peeks through what clouds there are. And it is a wonderful day.
It certainly sounds like it is. There we are, that's better.
Yeah, the elves, you can do whatever the fuck you want it to do. It's chilling.
I have no purpose without my fishing.
Without fishing, I am nothing.
Get me off this dragon. I'm having a snake in
Well.
my shoe.
You're off the bus.
That's true. Where did the bus stop, though?
What a philosophical
Victory Town.
question.
Population me.
Yeah.
Oh, is it morning now?
It is morning now. You have spent a whole night doing whatever you like. Some small downtime activities. Morning does come. Everyone awakens. Well, most of them. Yeah, some people are just like the ex-prisoners in particular are particularly missing beds, so some of them sleep in later than they usually do. But the tieflings and all of you do awake. Why are you rolling d6s?
Oh, for the charges.
Okay. Sorry,
No.
I thought you were doing egg again. I was like, oh no.
Don't give him any ideas. Oh shit! Zero was sleeping in the top.
Yeah.
Sneaky peeky happened in the fucking bathroom.
Yeah, it did.
All right.
I just had tummy troubles. That's it.
Yeah, I believe you.
I described a visceral moment where Zero had to make constitution checks on how big of a shit.
Shut up. Shut up.
Chris, get up here. We need to discuss what we're doing.
Mm.
Hold on.
I keep forgetting to check the Resolute Bond stuff.
Some neat stuff in there.
Hold
lot of
on, I'm
features.
rolling my fucking rigged dice. It'll determine how much magic I get today. Actually, yeah. Do I get anything back? Was anything expended? No.
Okay. I'm good. We gather everyone for council.
All right. In the main foyer area, right outside the residential quarter.
May as well. We don't even have direct vision on everybody because the fucking staircase is in the way, but
No.
you know, we
There's
can
a
hear
dining
each
hall.
other. It's fine.
There's a dining hall, but it's very long.
I like the staircase more.
Okay. All
Are
right.
the other
You
two
all,
not getting out, or?
everyone's out except the prisoners.
Oh, the prisoners have stayed in. Okay.
All right. What would you like to discuss?
All right, Chris, you're the magic man. I guess you have final say. What is everybody's pitch? I suppose.
Well, at least myself and the other group, the Tiefling posse that I brought with me, we discussed that we're going to Gulmid and going to the Sea Spears, mentioning your name, because lodgings until this shipment arrives. So that's one stop.
Chris, do you want to do that today?
I can only take 8 people.
What about the dragon?
Does that include everyone? If I
Does
take the
teleporting
dragon?
yeah, it's a good question actually. Or do we just start
I
free
think-
falling at that point?
I'm pretty sure just we ruled that the dragon counts as object and creature in some way.
Oh,
So,
okay.
he counts as a creature, but anything within as well. I think.
All right.
Just for ease of not blowing everyone's brains up. So if you teleported to Polaris somewhere, it would teleport everything inside and
Okay.
everyone.
Okay. Gold Mud is where everyone wants to go.
At least the Salith group, yes.
And I'll turn to the 3. The last one was named Dasso, right?
Yeah, I think his name's up there. Yeah, where's his name? Dasso. Yeah.
Dasso. Okay, yeah, I did hear that right. All right. I'll turn to the 3 prisoners and be like, are you guys all right with spending the night in Golmud then?
Dasso sort of pipes up. Well, how fast is this dragon going?
Faster than the speed of light.
I mean, Brynwell sort of pipes up. Well, if we're going to Gormut, I believe this dragon might be able to get us partway through to the capital or Ibis. I would prefer to be deposited in Abethus to find a doctor first. Dasso sort of pipes up. Yeah, me too. I don't want this shit in me. And I live there.
I can take 2 trips today.
2.
We want to head to.
How'd you get the second? All right, because you just need 4 hours.
Oh no, I don't need 4 hours.
What?
I have power.
I don't like the way you word that. All right then, powerful man. Speak the words and let us be on our way.
Power. You can teleport 3 times a day if you want to.
What?
Because you can cast teleport at a higher level.
It's too much power.
Oh. Oh,
Yeah.
that's how that works. Okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, you don't get any additional benefits, but you can cast it again if you want to 3 times. You can do 7th level,
Nerf
8th
the
level, then
wizard.
9th.
Nerf the wizard now. Before
I forgot you
it's
guys
too
have
late.
9th level spell slots. It's fucking...
I forgot teleport was the 7th level spell. I thought it was a 9th.
Yeah, so you could make 3 trips today if you want to.
Oh, well, we can get
First-
everybody to their destination.
So first off, Golmud.
Sure.
Okay, I clap. I clap, and then and then we all teleport.
Okay. Do you have anything from Golmud? I think you do.
I grabbed the rock or something.
You have the rock. You appear on the docks. Right.
Dock rock.
Dock rock. All right. You'd also need stuff from Obethus and stuff too, and Silnia, because that's where Luna's going.
We have,
We
stuff
have
from
Gordon's foot.
Bethesda. No, we don't. We don't have the foot anymore.
He stuffed it in a sewer. It's skeletal now.
Let me see if I have anything. I have a Minotaur bone.
That is in the Silverwood.
Yeah. It's
Also
close.
got it. You also
the
got it
capital.
kind of months ago, so I don't know if it's still
Oh.
valid.
Oh, I have the one gold the lion lady gave me, but it would teleport us to the middle of the fucking city.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, we return to having a discussion at the round room with this with a staircase in the center of it. The prisoners, ex-prisoners, have awoken at this point, and they're just taking up spots just awkwardly. Yeah, deciding where you need to go in what order. Heading to Golmud is one of them to draw out the tieflings. Where else?
Somewhere adjacent to Obethus anyway, and then Silnia.
Okay.
Where's our closest location to Obethus that we have something from?
Well, let me show you.
Oh yeah, shit, new map!
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. It looks so cool.
Big map, big map.
You did a good job.
Oh, nice.
I'm dabbing right now.
As you should be.
Good job, Simon.
Yeah, I just wanted one giant map for all exploration. Uh-oh, is it too big?
Oh no, I said, oh, your map is cancelled. We filtered out master servant language.
Well,
I'm teasing.
No, now you have to go make a YouTube
Yeah.
apology where you sit on the floor in a sweatshirt.
yeah,
Now
sweatshirt,
it's-
my hair tied in a bun, no makeup.
You have
What's
to
the
fucking
new-
grab a water bottle and make fake tears.
I have to walk into frame and then sigh and go, "Hi."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Then-
perfect.
Then you have to make a twit longer.
Yeah, rename these to, oh my god, stop giving me pop-ups. To primary and secondary, leader and follower, conductor and follower.
I will. I'll just retcon it if it's actually an issue.
No, I'm...
Name them girl boss and girl president.
Yeah. Name one Shiro. Just so it's said, in the context of your map, it's fine, but I get why, as a society, we are re-examining why the hell we're using engineering terms as master and slave. Like, that's actually gross. But this is
Yeah,
a
wild.
different context.
Oh, that...
Yeah.
I was wondering what you guys were going on about. Now I get it. Now I understand.
Blacklist and whitelist are also, like, no-go terms. Now it's, like, allow and block lists.
Did you know the phrase "no can do" is also racist as fuck?
Why?
It
It
is?
is. It is. Yeah, it was used to mock. Fuck, Simon. I showed you the video. What was it? He's used to mock
Asian immigrants whose English were broken.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yikes.
So it's
dude.
like, I
Crazy.
cannot do that. It's like people like, no, can do.
Ooh.
Huh!
Every day we discover again that the world is
Yeah.
a horrible, horrible place.
Yeah.
We don't deserve sentience sometimes.
I think we should give it to cats and let them rule.
Yeah, we've had our shot. We blew it. Time for them to take a step up.
Yeah. That's a law. Anyway, yeah, there's the map. If you want to see Golmud Harbor, how far away it is away from Obethus compared to Solnia at the same map. There you are.
Do we have anything for Obethus to teleport to?
I think Zero brought up the coin.
Oh, wait. Wait. Where did I get all those signet rings from? I got them from Obethus, right? But it was like the fancy part of Obethus.
Yes, that would be in the whatever. Yeah, the fancy part.
I mean,
Whose name
it would be kind of
Crimson
a flex to just teleport the dragon into the middle of Obethus.
Like visible? I thought we were gonna go in invisible. I figured if we could teleport it to the city, we'd go in invisible. Should we go invisible and just cause a fucking scene?
Does invisibility disappear when I teleport?
No,
If-
because we've done this
No,
already.
Yeah, if you're the one casting invisibility, yes. But if it's someone else who's maintaining concentration, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, I guess I'll go to Golmud first.
Okay.
Is everyone ready?
Do we want
Yeah.
invisibility for this one or no?
Nope.
Okay, then yeah, I'm ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before he does that, I'm gonna just turn to the tieflings and the prisoners and just be like, just hold on to something. Brace yourselves, please.
Okay. Well,
It'll be fine. Just make yourself comfortable.
Yeah, it should be fine, but you know, it's Chris.
yeah, starts having just like episodes, just bad memories. Honestly, ends when
Ends when, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, as you teleport, space like folds until you're just a minuscule little point. As you focusing on what was like a flagstone you picked up on the dock or something.
Yeah.
You teleport onto the dock itself, which I'm just gonna fucking. I didn't port over your travel log. There you go. Yeah, it's still early enough in the day that people haven't fully woken up, but this is a working town, and there's still a good amount of people that are here, and they see just a dragon just appear out of nowhere, just scales shimmering in the sun, with this spiraling, almost cone-shaped house, this building above it. You see work ceases immediately, and this long, drawn-out pause just lingers in the air for like a couple seconds before everyone just takes off screaming. You hear bells in the distance. It fucking sucks.
Yeah, Riley's gonna hear that, pop out and say, no problem. Calm yourselves.
Make a persuasion check.
Persuade.
Meanwhile, that's happening. I'll go out another window and start clapping, like a round of applause.
For who? Yourself? Who are you clapping for?
Just for the chaos
spectacle.
that I see. Yeah, the chaos that I'm witnessing.
Make a performance check. You're just clapping. You're slapping meat against meat. Yeah, it's you just just another noise to add to the cacophony of noise. Riley, you with 17. You get some people's attention, but the people that are the closest to you, or like people that were like left or like immediately, they have already just fucked off into the greater town. The few people you do catch, they sort of slow down, but they just very trepidatiously just keep being aware of their surroundings. Uh, yeah, and you just explain, oh, no, you're good. You're fine.
He's not hostile. In fact, Polaris, do you like pets?
If you wish me to enjoy pets,
Yeah, it doesn't really matter much, does it? It's fine. And he'll just kind of dismiss. We're in and out anyway. Don't worry about it.
okay.
Also,
The
go
guy
catch. Could you run after the others and explain to them there's no trouble?
Okay. As he just very slowly picks up just a board that he dropped and just begins to walk away. Knees knocking together, trembling.
Do I see weapons being readied?
Make a perception check. At the moment, with how quickly you've arrived and you're just looking out the window, you don't see weapons being readied. You do see people gathering from like a very, very far pace, just sort of keeping an eye. And after about a minute or so, the bells stop. And people just sort of very cautiously just go back to work. As you see an older dwarven man.
I'm never
sort
gonna
of-
hear the fucking end of this. Yeah, I already have my excuse lined up.
Dark orange, dirty beard, matted very tightly, and just a bed of hair where green eyes peek through, and just the very tips of his hair beginning to gray. He's just walking without fear straight towards your dragon.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna be. Listen, I thought we were teleporting to the woods. I didn't think we'd end up on the docks. That's. I had no way of predicting this outcome.
Yeah, Conway just stares at you. You can't see his face through the beard or the hair. You just see these eyes, and he does not look happy. And he just sort of stares at you, stares at the dragon. He just looks at you, Riley.
And I stare at him.
I'm not the one with the magic, man.
He just looks at you. This thing's tame.
What did he say?
This thing's tame.
Well, if you want to go pet it, you can have yourself a nice little treat.
You're just sighs heavily at you. Not breaking eye contact with you, only just briefly, occasionally looking at the dragon. Yeah, and he just goes, "Don't stay in town too long," and just
That's
walks
the
away.
intention.
Yeah, he just walks away and just yells very loudly at everybody to just get back to work.
Bloody hard ass. Whatever. Let's get the tieflings out.
Yeah, as you begin to file tieflings out, Torza just peeks his head out through first and just begins to walk out. Yeah, as you're all just sort of standing by the entranceway of one of the sort of folding doors / stairs that unfold from the side of the house. Grep sort of looks to you all. Well, if there's anything that you learn that needs to be recorded, please let me know. And he just begins to filter down the stairs. Etty looks to you, Chris, and sort of pulls out a mirror. When you've seen her both use before, and she sort of thinks really hard. You can see the mirror beginning to just flash a little bit. She just sort of looks to you, Chris, goes, "I'm learning, and someday I'll be able to cast meteors at people."
Yep, I was hoping to demonstrate that before, but Um, one day, we'll both cast meteors.
She sort of looks out to the like a random building outside and just goes, demonstrate on that building over there.
I'm gonna interject. No, 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 no. Not here. Not in this town.
He sort of pouts a little bit, leans over to you, Chris. Your friend's no fun. And just begins to march down the stairs as well. Yeah, Salith is last. As Salith sort of turns towards both, particularly you, Jenna, and you, Zero, but takes in the rest of the group as well, and just gives a blanket statement towards all of you. Don't die. Stay alive. Don't do anything dumb. And looks towards you, in particular, Chris.
I can't be completely sure, but I'll see whatever happens happens, and hopefully the more spectacular it is, the better.
Janice just gonna give like a head nod.
Yeah, she just sort of grabs the both of you, Zero and Jana, just pulls you in both for one final hug.
I reciprocate the hug. Give a little, and give another little forehead peck.
Okay. Give a forehead peck. Yeah, she has you both in her arms for a bit. Just squeezes you both tight. And just eventually lets go. As she takes one step down the stairs, looks back towards you. We'll be in town for, well, I don't know how long till the shipment comes, so if anything comes up, you can get more of those magic stones that you used to talk, then send them my way.
Actually, I'm just gonna take the one I'm gonna take the one I have already, and I'm just gonna give it to her. Can I do that?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take mine out and just let her know this is a direct line to the other 3 in Answin. So if you need anything, and I guess I'll explain how to use it to her and like how many uses it has, because it has like 1 message per day, right?
3, I think.
3. Okay, gotcha.
I could be
Yeah.
wrong, but yeah.
I will leave it with her.
Okay.
And I will also tell her, keep an eye out for any strange or particular figures that might show up over the next few days. Silverwind knows that we have delivery here. They sent assassins after us at one point just to visit us over here. So just keep an ear to the ground and stay close to the locals, I guess, that Riley will introduce you to.
We'll try to leave as little as a footprint as possible. We're good at that. Yeah, and she sort of focuses on the relaying rock as she doesn't attune to it, but she sort of overwrites your settings in a way, as she sort of turns the rock towards you. You can see a image of a fanged hound, large teeth, but literally like a very vicious looking hound. Well, don't be a stranger. I'll try to keep updated if anything comes up as well.
Excellent. Please just be careful.
She just smiles to you. When am I not? And begins to walk down the steps. Yeah, the moment she's down there, the other 3 healings are there, and she immediately begins to not bark orders, but just give firm commands of what to do. Just find lodgings, find information gathering, stuff like that.
I'll actually pull Salith aside. I don't really know what your gold situation is, but I've got a little bit of excess, and I'll hand her 10 gold. Enjoy the sights.
She takes the 10 gold. If I can, I'll pay this back.
Oh no, please don't.
Right, you have a dragon house. 10 gold's like, you find that in your couch cushions, right?
I'm sure I probably misplaced some there.
Well, I'll try not to let your town burn. And if this shipment comes through, I'll let you know. Or if anything else comes through.
Yes, please do.
We're good at keeping out of sight. Don't have to worry about us too much.
And you would be wise to not worry about us too much either. We've been traveling with this crazy wizard, doing crazy stuff this whole time, and we're all still standing.
Yeah, well, you have two of the strongest people I know with you, so I'm not surprised. Anyway, I'll keep you posted.
Aye.
Yeah, and a few more seconds of commands. And just on a single moment, they all just split off into 4 different directions with purpose. Eventually just disappearing, even though they kind of stand out with sore thumbs, just disappear behind buildings, into crowds, vanishing into Gulmid.
Perfect. Riley will turn back, hop on the dragon. All right, Chris, where to next?
Zero, you said you had something that could turn Polaris invisible.
Yeah, I can go ahead and cast invisibility on Polaris, and I'll give Chris that little gold coin, I guess. Do we not have anything from the outskirts? Like whenever we were hiding, like around the fucking Daryl's Gate. We were hiding in the forest. Have we not taken?
That's
anything?
where I made my fish tank.
Yeah, it
Probably
is.
focus on that.
Yeah,
This is true.
I'll cast invisibility anyway, but yeah. Because the coin will bring us straight into town, like on the
Yeah.
road.
It would. Yeah, you can focus on the fish tank, and we'll bring you just a few hours outside of it about this.
Okay, I'll do that then. And
Okay. All right,
Oh.
so you go up to Riley's room, just double hand his fish tank. Are there live fish in there?
There are.
Yeah, there's live ass fish in there.
I'll try and grab them.
Make a dexterity check. Yeah, slippery little bastards. Yeah, you're. He's less trying to grab them, and like at some point you're just splish splashing in his fish tank, arms flailing. The fish are certainly spooked, and yeah, my brother has a fish tank, and if they get even mildly stressed, they just cease to exist. So who knows how the long term health is going to be now. But you do focus on the fish tank, and again, space collapses and unfolds into a familiar wooded area outside of Abethus, just surrounded by woods. Right about there. Yeah, the exact same spot. The how long has it been actually? No, yeah, that's gone. Okay. Yeah, the same clearing. You can still see some of the felled trees that you and Merrick made, or the stumps you left behind, I'd say. As you're making your fish tank, you see the spot where you left offerings on Daryl's Gate. those little weird imprinted hand marks that sort of rotted immediately, have just grown over fresh. It's as if it never happened. Yeah, and there's still some wildflowers. The seasons are getting colder with each passing day. So you're still somewhat glad you still have like the winter clothes on, because it is getting a little bit nippy now.
It's nice and refreshing out here. Not like Thane at all.
Yeah,
I would.
you can see that even the leaves were always autumn colored, but now they're in this. They're on the verge of like the last hurrah they have before they're just bare for the rest of the year. Uh, the reds and the oranges and the yellows, this blanket above you of these warm colors. It is weirdly beautiful. Sorry, Siri, you're saying something?
Yes, I guess once we get here, can I use the scrying eye orb?
Sure. What do you want to do it on?
I need to read the instructions for scrying again. I want to do it on the lion lady to see if she's still in Obethis. Because I would
Okay.
imagine if she's in Obethis, the other bounty hunters are probably also here. Possibly. They could be doing other shit, but...
Okay. I think it's a wisdom saving throw, DC. You just have to target a character, a person that you know of, which you've seen the lion lady.
Yes.
Okay.
DC 17.
$17. Jesus. Okay. Okay. As you focus on the scrying orb, looking into that golden sphere on the inside of the glass, it unfolds out like the snitch in Harry Potter. Feeling a winged shape with a central golden eye in the center. As you peer into it, your vision shoots not that far off, up through the clouds, and then almost back down immediately. You don't see specific details, but you do see the lion lady. She is currently in the process of getting up. She has apparently rented out a room somewhere in a tavern. Make a perception check.
Damn, I don't get any kind of advantage or anything, do I?
No.
Oh, no.
Okay. Not terrible. Yeah, she is currently just in the process of getting her leather armor on, just making sure all of her weapons are well maintained, organized. She systematically lays out all of her bolts, like every like dagger and sword she has. She's just laying them all out, making sure they're finely honed, and she's just slowly in the process of just getting ready, pretty much. Looking outside, you do see very well paved roads. There's a window they're peering through. It's somewhat covered by curtains, but it's half open. You can see outside. Uh, you can see, yeah, very well maintained, paved brick roads. Uh, Same with the buildings, and you see various tiles of different colors on the rooftops. It looks like about this.
All right. I guess I will, once the scrying time is over, I will just let the rest of the party know, like, hey, just heads up, the bounty hunters are still here, so if you don't want to deal with that, I would keep our heads down for a little while. I just mean, like, be careful.
I mean, I never really intended to set foot in the city, so...
I mean, were you not going to go with us? We have to go to the city.
Well, yeah, we can drop them off on the outskirts.
I don't feel safe dropping them off on the outskirts.
No?
Like, so Silverwind wants these people dead. These are some of the only, like, witnesses.
We have to be their bodyguards.
Yeah, we have to know where they're going and who they're going to be with.
You know what? Honestly, that's fair. Alright, let's do it.
Okay. All right, so you take the 3 prisoners with you. Uh, and you walk not too long, an hour or so into this town. Uh, everyone make stealth checks.
We getting any pass without a trace?
Yeah, I can do that.
Hell yeah.
What time of day is it right now? It's like morning.
It's like morning. The town's still a little bit sleepy, but
Can I?
Yeah, I
it's
fucking need that.
Jesus Christ. Can you what?
Can I cast it at a higher level? No, it doesn't matter.
I don't think it does. It's an hour, I believe, right? Plus 10 to all your stealth rolls.
1 hour.
God, what a good spell.
Let me see. Is disguise self concentration? It is not. I'm gonna cast disguise self on myself when I want to be just a commoner looking human woman.
DBB.
Yeah.
Riley is going to turn his scarf inside out and wear it over his head.
In like kind of like a turban looking thing, or
More like because it's nice and chilly, right? You can kind of get away with it being like a hood.
Oh yeah.
yeah, you have a very long scarf. Yeah, you could do that easy. Yeah, so you give like so even with pass without a trace, like you are technically wanted, but giving your stealth checks and just being careful, you're not like darting from shadow to shadow in the middle of daytime. It's more like blending in when you need to, and also just keeping out of sight subtly. Which, with the help of pass without a trace, you just blend into most things around you very easily. So you do not have any issue getting in. And even if someone does spot you, you look just like passing travelers, really. Yeah, you guide the 3 ex-prisoners going through.
3?
Yeah.
But one of them needs to go to Sylnia. Why not stay on the dragon?
She's a 13-year-old girl.
Yeah,
That's
and
fair.
they all need their bellies opened up.
True. Yeah, I guess we should oversee that too, huh?
Yeah, Brunel sort of goes, if my company is not in shambles, if you would trust me with such a thing, I do know my way around the city. I do have connections, even if if there's no company left, I still have those connections, favors I can call in. If you would trust me with a task, I believe I can get this settled.
Sir, with respect, you are supposed to be dead right now, according to Silverwind. I feel like you being one of the few survivors from this whole incident, it's pretty important that we monitor your protection ourselves for just the time being until we can confirm that this place is going to be safe for you guys.
Although he might have a point that bringing them to the 10 could, like the Hall of the 10,
That's true.
it's possible that the Silverwind has infiltrated it in terms of like at least the courtroom.
Well, we know that for sure. Rethar was imprisoned.
The only other people I can think to go to is either underground in the Faceless, which like I don't know why they'd have a doctor just on hand to do something clean and medical like this. Alternatively, the guard captain. I think he was a dragonborn, maybe a half orc.
He's a half-orc.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the one who
Gallus
was like
Mepsh.
very by the book, like a hard, just doing his job. He's a real stand-up guy. Other than that, I can't think of anywhere else. Because, yeah, I think you're right, Chris. The Hall of 10 has been compromised.
We don't know how compromised, though.
Is there anyone there we can trust? I mean, we know the...
Well, I can certainly trust Umvar.
What's that one person's daughter?
Oh,
Jorah
yeah.
Birch?
Yeah, what's
Yeah.
her...
He's
is it
in
Vivian? Vivian Bird?
I mean, not
Cassie.
here, but
Cassie.
like,
No, Lillian.
Yeah, there's Lillian, I believe.
Yeah, Lillian Birch, who was uh, the airship captain's girlfriend. Lillian
True.
is here. Who she might work in the perfect hall for doing. Well, no, I guess that's not really the right hall. But either way, she's somebody who's at least pure of heart that we could probably trust.
Jorah Birch as well.
Is Jory Birch here? So?
He is an Imus, I believe. He's the priest in Imus.
Well,
Yeah.
since Bernwald is headed back to Imus anyway, they should be in contact. They've gone through similar situations.
I'll ask Brynwald, what sort of connections do you have?
Favors, friends. I have just people I've known here and there that have done me a good turn. I've done them a good turn. Just, I believe I can, even without standing, even on the hush hush, I think I can twist their arm a bit.
Can
You've
you
done
talk-
me a great favor. I do not wish to impose our time on you any further. Our lives were fair payment, I believe. I do wish to do some good. I lived a long life. And sort of turns to the, particularly turns to Luna, the young girl. There are, more important things than my own future. If you would trust me with the task, I believe I can, get us situated if the situation in the Bethis for you is sticky.
Do you mind if we kind of just oversee things as it happens?
See,
Not at all.
Brynwald, the problem is, we are currently wanted fugitives. We fucked with the Arbiter of Thane, and he's put out a hit for us. So that's why we're laying low primarily. It's not just Silverwind. It's Silverwind and the Arbiter and now the Rexons. It's just every single bad operation in Hyde Grey is after our asses.
And outside of Hyde Grey.
Very true.
Well, don't you think this is an argument to split off then? After all, you said you are everyone is after your ass. So if we were caught gallivanting around with wanted fugitives, that would be bad on us as well. But if it was just three civilians walking the streets, who would bat an eye? Me, perhaps. I would be a known affiliate of Silverwind, so maybe I would be a target, but I do have contacts that I believe I can persuade to overlook the other two, in case something ill-wanted were to happen to I.
I mean, I can also just go invisible. I can watch from the shadows.
Can I insight check this guy?
Make an insight check. Yeah. You get the sense that after the harrowing shit that he just went through, that he is genuinely trying to just do a good turn for people that don't deserve it. Or people that didn't deserve, like, the things that happened to them.
Gotcha.
Well, I can't persuade you, and I cannot stop you. I will follow your lead.
I think it would be better. I trust your connections, and I think perhaps that might be the best way to go about things, as long as we oversee that you've been treated properly. I think that's good enough for us.
I don't have any friends in the Great Hall of the Ten, but I do know a couple dabbling doctors. Straight out of the Academy Arcana, out of Cilia itself.
Why didn't we go to Silnia then?
Why didn't you say anything?
Well, it would have been more travel.
No,
Besides,
man.
we're in the heart of the capital, heart of the mainland. Anything you can get anywhere else, find it here.
I guess if those doctors are in Opethus, then it should be fine.
Yeah, here and there. I know a few.
It's also a matter of whoever cuts them open now has access to Aquamarine.
At this point, God, what's his name? Jesus. Dasso. Dasso sort of pipes up. I mean, it's kind of, I could take him. I have debts to pay off. It'll be away from everything else. I'll just, if I get caught with them, I that's it, I guess.
Nah, mate.
How much
You've
debt
got
do
a
you have?
second lease on life. Remember
And
the
what-
7 who didn't make it.
How much money do you need, dude?
700 gold.
I'm gonna give him 700 right now.
You just throw him 700 gold.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna dig through my bag and gather it all up and then pack it up nice for him and give him 700 gold. Fuck it.
He shares you gift wrap it and everything. Put a little like a little sticker on it with his name on it. Send it through FedEx overnight. Yeah, you give him 700 gold and he sort of takes it and just goes. I think this is well, thank you. I mean, I don't have anything to give. Do you want your shoes taken care of? I could do shoes. I cobble. I'm a cobbler.
I'm just gonna grab him by the shoulder, not like roughly, but just put my hand on his shoulder and just say, "This is so you don't fucking sell the aquamarine, dude. Just don't. If you have somewhere to dispose of it, please see that it gets disposed of correctly. Don't pour it in the water. Don't set it on fire. Just, I don't know, dump it on the ground or something."
Yeah, I can do that. I know of places where people don't go. No one reputable, at least.
Yeah, okay.
Luna, the teenager, sort of walks up to you, Jenna, and just goes, "Do you think you can teach me how to turn into animals?"
Yeah, I guess I do my best. Like, you just think about being a dog and then you're a dog. That takes you a long time. Helps if you really just go out by the stuff you want to be.
I just think about it.
Mm-hmm. You have to become one with the thing.
Yeah, she just stares off into the middle distance up in the sky and just focusing on nothing. She just goes, closes her eyes and just really squints really hard. You just hear her muttering under breath. Bird.
Oh.
Bird.
I wish I can't even turn into a bird.
You know what? I'm gonna give her bardic inspiration.
Okay. You give a bardic inspiration, just encouraged words, and she's just
What's also the thing I can do?
Guidance.
Yeah,
Guidance.
guidance.
I'll cast fly on her.
And I'm gonna tell her maybe bird is ambitious. What about like a little beetle?
okay. And she goes, a beetle, and then she starts floating up in the air because Chris cast fly, and she just goes, whoa, 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 and she's sort of just kind of cartwheeling in place, just going upside down. A little sus on the street, but you know,
Oh, are we in the city now?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys are sneaking through alleyways and stuff. Yeah, Luna is currently flying.
I'm gonna
Riley
tell
will
floating.
stabilize her and be like, that's got a time limit on it, so stay close to the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just if you want to turn into animals, spend a lot of time outside. That's my best advice I can give you.
Okay. Yeah, I don't do that very much. I stay inside the walls. It's really hot. Lot of stone, metal. Yeah, I can take walks. If I do it long enough, I can turn into beetles, dogs.
Mm-hmm. Can Jana turn into another bear right now if Giorgio's out? Then there's two bears.
Yeah, you make a second bear. Yeah, as you focus on the bear form very easily. To you just shift. You can feel the fur pushing through your skin as yeah, you just morph into a bear, and she just goes, "Whoa!" You did this by just walking outside.
Jana's just gonna go like, whoa.
Right, bear. Yeah, this happened. Yeah. Okay, yeah, bear. Bears. I can turn into bears. That'd be cool. And she's super giddy.
Mm-hmm.
Despite everything, despite just witnessing some people, I guess she didn't witness it. She got knocked unconscious very quickly. But yeah, the explosion, the whole thing. She still seems pretty uppity,
The children of
pretty
this
positive.
realm are so fucking resilient. It's insane.
What do you mean?
Remember when we had an entire fucking hag episode
Right.
and the kids there were just kind of not phased by it?
They've got
Most of them.
those.
And Nancy was kind of not okay with it. Rebecca was like, sick stories, bro.
They've
She's
got
like, yo, I
those-
got kidnapped. This is awesome.
they've
She's
got-
super excited about the scar that's going to appear on her face forever. Children are the future.
She has
Brynwald
potential.
says. Brynwald sort of pipes up. Yes, I agree. Even when we were all confined in that warehouse, it was Luna here that was sort of the sole light in that darkness. So I feel I owe them a great deal.
Do you know anyone who else perished in that group?
Not well, but long enough to be saddened. Some of them were twitchy. Some of them were crying a lot. Some just stayed silent, but we were all bonded in spirit as it were in chains. And none burned brighter than Luna here. Well, we shouldn't dally or reminisce too much, I believe. It is still a fresh wound. But where's the next destination?
Well, ironically, opening up your wounds.
Ah, right. Doctors.
So where do we find your connections?
Abrook. Let me about here. We'll find them in the Gemstone Center. It's a somewhat of an alternative means to the magical healing of Great Hall of the Ten. Yeah, a little, I'd say on the frugal side. The practices are somewhat experimental, but I believe I can find a solution. Yep, as you all make your way, still ducking, still just make sure you're not spotted as well. You eventually, get into the Gemstone Center, and with the normally it's the gated community, but with the it's still somewhat shaggy presentation of Brynwald Olwen. Those managed to get you entrance just through sheer force of charisma, without getting too much of a glance. And any glances that do appear, you sort of very quickly shoos them away. Yeah, he brings you to.
Do we hold on? Do we notice our wanted posters at all anywhere?
Make a perception check. Yeah, looking around, especially if you pass through some of the district centers at some point, and there are still notices boards there, and you still see, less, but you still see them. There's been a bit of time since the main bulk of it hit, so people have just naturally put other posters on top of it, and it's sort of just over time. Some of them just got buried underneath masses of paper and other notices. So there's less of them around, but you still see occasionally fresh ones still being put up.
Can I sleight of hand the fresh ones off the wall?
Sure, I'll never make you roll.
I wanna.
I mean, sure, if you want to. There you go.
What posters?
What posters? They never existed.
It's so
As-
stupid. It's almost 40. It's so dumb.
In the path that you walked, as far as you're aware, you're not wanted. Yeah, that trail is clean, though. You are law-abiding citizens in that one strip you walked here.
I walk a lonely road. The only road that I've ever known.
Don't know where it goes.
Right, we'll call it there for tonight. XCXP.
Awesome.
Gridwald guides you to the Gemstone Center, to the Gleaming Loft. This is not a neighborhood you've actually been to. You see that it is, even comparative to the rest of this district, where everything's already decadent, this is decadent with 2Ds. This is like, it's kind of like the Beverly Hills of the city, where it's just extravagant mansions. Like there's big houses here already, but these are like celebrities, like celebrity level of mansions on these hilly terrains. The roads go upwards, and like every single piece of this place is just of the finest quality. Like every single house is individually walled off. Every single house has at least 3 stories, sometimes more. If that measure up to OSHA safety codes, not sure. They're rich. Like some have just huge glass panes almost entirely blanketing every single surface of the house. Like you can just see and just witness the whole life going on up in there. Like it is. This is the extremely bougie part of the city, and yeah, very close by actually. You do also see like the Glass Palace actually. This is kind of built onto the same hill as the main government building is up at the top, where you can see that is almost entirely made out of glass. These gleaming, God, what are they called? Stained glass windows. Every single wall is just a mirror, pretty much, and it just shines this multicolored, technicolor light across a lot of this neighborhood, and it just gives us just another layer of the decadence in this area.
Zero's mouth is like watering.
Oh yeah, this is this is where dreams are made in Fentu. This is exactly what you look for.
Are there like, is it late enough in the morning that people are like walking around and shit, or is it so early?
There's a couple people. It's not a whole lot.
My hands, my fingers are feeling very sticky this morning. I think I will acquire some loot if possible.
Roll a D100.
Oh my god.
We do a little trolling.
Okay. Now roll a D6. Okay.
This will suck.
Yeah. So you only pass by a couple people. By the time you got the inclination to just channel your inner, what was it? What was the horse's name? Fred. I want to steal. Yeah. So by the time you get there to your destination, you didn't pick too much pockets. You get 26 gold,
Yeah, okay. That's fair.
which which is still a lot for just like 3 guys. You pickpocketed compared to the rest of the city, we would get like copper and silver. 23 gold just in some dude's pocket is kind of not unheard of. But this is the area where it would happen.
Yeah, okay.
Eventually, Brynwald does guide you to one house, and where you think he's gonna walk into the house, he instead walks in between the houses, and sort of descends down a couple steps, like a staircase in between the alleyways, until another portion of the road, kind of like a back road where it's not as well traveled. It's still well maintained, but it's just not like the main walking path. He sort of navigates his spider web in between these houses until eventually he comes into this dead end. The dead end has a single door in it. It's just a normal wooden door, not like as decadent as the rest of the neighborhood, not like ramshackle. It is just like a standard IKEA door. And he sort of just knocks on a couple times. Hello? Hello? You hear just a billion unlatchings. And inside you, peering out, is a elven man. Sort of just thinning head on the top of just this sort of auburn, very wispy hair. Spectacles that are way too thick, and it magnifies his eyes by like a billion. And he sort of just, one eye peers up. Yeah. These are, oh, hello again. These are allies. Me, myself, have an encounter. And we wish your medical aid to render us upon your services. He sort of just, the guy behind the door just goes, You're cashing in the favor, finally? Yes. And you just hear the door close, followed by 9 other locking lugs just being opened, and you just see thrown open the door. And inside you see, it's not a great looking spot. It's spacious. It's a spacious area, and you see on the center there is a table. It is thoroughly cleaned. Everything is very organized. There is a wall filled with medical tools that none of you can really describe. You see saws, you see knives, very sharp scalpels, and just needles galore. The full man behind the door, you see, he's dressed in like this sort of brown apron. Looks like it's kind of been stained with blood a little bit, and he's sort of just wearing it. You can see he keeps like a tool belt attached around it too, with just a bunch of other miscellaneous tools around it. Sort of just holds out one kind of like soiled, bloodied hand just towards one of you. Graded Marcy. That's I. That's me.
I guess Riley will step forward and say, "Hi, Riley. Just here to get these folks patched up."
Right. Right. Well, this is a favor, so you don't need to pay me. Do I just dump them back out after I'm done, or
I believe the two men, the gentlemen, can see themselves off. We will be taking the small one.
right, right. Yeah, okay. So just come back and like, what do you need done? We have surgery. There's a scar on her abdomen. 3 vials. Just don't break them. Right, right. 12 hours. Come back. 12 hours.
I'm
Bell
gonna.
gang.
I wanna get just a bit closer to this elf guy and just make eye contact with him and just make sure he understands the urgency of this. Not urgency, I guess I should say, but just I just want to stress to him: do not break those vials, please. Those will kill any one of these people immediately and potentially cause a lot of damage. Please be careful. And we know how many vials are in there, so when we pick up the girl, we will be picking up the vials as well.
9 vials.
Seems that way.
Yep. Yep. Sounds like standard procedure.
Can I observe?
Make a persuasion check.
Pretty good.
He sort of looks at you. His face doesn't really change expression. He just has like these very pursed lips, and he's just, yeah.
Give him a thumbs up.
So what, are we leaving Chris here alone then?
I mean, at least he'll have a babysitter, you know?
Fair enough.
What else would we do from here for 12 hours?
I don't have any particular ideas. I could go say hi to Ingvar, but honestly, I say hi to him enough.
I'm gonna walk around Gemstone Center and steal.
12 hours? How much money do you want?
I don't say that in character.
I don't know what Riley's gonna do. Kind of a fish out of water here.
You could get knowledge on night cherubs.
You know what? Actually, that's not a bad idea. We should go research.
I want to steal.
Okay. So,
No,
Um,
I'm not. I'm just saying shit. Ignore me, Simon.
so Riley is going to Hall of the Ten to do some research.
I may as well get a few little books in, yeah.
Zero is channeling Fred. Janet, what are you doing?
Probably just hang out with like Answin, go to shops and restaurants.
Okay. In this area, there's tons.
Jana's fucking loaded.
This is true. You can have your choice of shops. There's quite a number of cafes and fancy restaurants. It's kind of early in the day, so like all the good stuff is kind of closed down for now, but there's still like smaller ones. Yeah, as you just have you just split off. Let's get your Zero just somewhere. Janet hanging out. Just and Riley going to High Parish, Great Hall of the 10. Okay. Yeah, start with 0, since that's the easier one. Make a sleight of hand check. Hey, wait, is that 2? You rolled 2 natural ones in a row, so it's a 31. Now roll a 12 hours. Roll a d12. Oops.
We could do this at a later time just because I don't want to hold the session up and just focus on me. But can I break into houses today too?
You're,
Did
you're
you
full-
really want
you're
to break
full on
into houses on a fucking nat 1?
I mean, the
nat
sleight of
1.
hand. That's for pickpocketing.
A sleight of hand. Okay, I'll say this. You rolled good on sleight of hand, because you rolled 2 nat 1, so that means there's a 31. The lowest you can possibly roll, and I got a 7. So I'm timesing the roll by 7, which will make it 217 gold. If you want to try to break into houses, make a stealth check with disadvantage, and if you get good enough, well, you can double or triple that.
With disadvantage, you said?
Yeah, because it is in the middle of the day. Okay. Not the worst roll in the world. Okay.
Can I go invisible too, just to help me? I guess no, the roll would still be the same because it would be rolling with
Yeah.
advantage, and then it would just be normal.
Yeah. So it's in the middle of the day. So you see some of the big houses, but they're like guarded. Like we literally have private guards, and they're just posted up against them. And in this time of day, you're having difficulty actually breaking in. Most people don't burgle at like 9 o'clock in the morning. So,
That's fair.
so a lot of people are at home, and a lot of people are not sleeping, or like even if they do leave, like they don't leave their house unattended. So it's not the most vulnerable spot for them. So you have difficulty finding marks to break into, but you do, and you'd find a bunch of stuff that, for the brevity, you find like a miscellaneous shit. You can condense them all down into roughly 434 gold.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Yep, that's your day of breaking into the richest part of everywhere. I think this is like the richest area, literally anywhere outside of Tetscat, direct from the source.
I'll have to come back during a better hour someday.
Yeah, this is pasteurized milk you're hoarding, but if you go to Tetscat, that's straight from the teat. Jenna,
Yeah.
you are finding like an area that you can take Anduin on just a hangout spot. What sort of date would you like?
You said it's like what, 10 a.m.? We can go get like brunch somewhere.
Yeah, you get brunch. Yeah, you happen to know like a very faux French cafe that has like pastries and stuff. You might sell sandwiches or something.
Okay.
Make an investigation check for me. Yeah, it's both of you find yourselves kind of bewildered at the area. You've been here a couple times, you yourself. Anselm's been here once when you blew up the building. But you find a few shops. They're not the most premier shops. They look like they're kind of struggling a little bit, like kind of like mom and pop shops that are like like Starry Eyed opened up in the Gemstone Center, and they're like hoping for a lot of business, but they just can't compete with everyone else. You find those places. Do you want to support? Do you want to support small business?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you go in. You have just a chat with Answin over what kind of looks like a breakfast soup, like a tomato based soup with a cracker in it and everything. It's pretty good actually. The quality is of sufficient enough level to constitute a date.
I also get something for Giorgio.
Yeah, as you Yeah, just like some meat. There's like some like a sandwich meats. All right. But for the next couple of hours, you explore the Gemstone Center, or anywhere else in the city. Just Answin takes you places as well that she knows that are kind of in the dingier areas of the city outside of the Gemstone Center, and it's just a really nice day, despite being wanted. But that strip zero cleared, you're fine. Yeah, that is your day, Riley.
Into the Hall of Knowledge.
Hall of Knowledge.
Knowledge.
Okay. So you meet. God, what's his name again? Whoa,
Yeah.
poor mold light here.
Whoa, bro.
Whoa, Riley. Good to see you again. You're wanted, you know that?
I have been made aware.
Yeah, not my business. What can I do you for? What you looking at? Where
Looking
you
to.
been?
Oh, I've been all over the continents. Adventurers, we get into trouble. Sometimes that trouble is less than agreeable. Sometimes that trouble sends demons after you. I would like to know more about the demons that they're sending after me.
Demons. Yeah, well, you can, the sorting system, you can look up D, demons, look up A, abyssal. I can find a couple of books I can pull for you.
That would be lovely.
All right. Make an investigation check with advantage, because Boromon Light is helping you.
I think that's the first time we ever fucking bothered to have that happen.
Yeah, so this is an actual topic now. Like it's like and you can't help with. It's not like esoteric knowledge. Okay, not bad. In a wider library and with Borum's help, what are you looking for in particular? Of the just demons?
Chris imparted the knowledge of, what was it, the thing that you were talking about, the Bab.
Night Cherub.
That
the
thing.
Nightmare Sheriff, yeah. Okay. Anything else you want to look for while you're here?
Flies, mechanical wasps. I don't really care about the snake lady.
Okay. Okay. So the fly guy or the wasp specifically, or the fly guy as well.
Whatever, both. It doesn't matter.
Okay. The wasps. You find a book that is kind of like the be all end all of just demons specifically, not the political structures or the knowledge of planes themselves or like the traversal of thereof. Straight up demons and just what they do and like how they're created or anything like that. It's the encyclopedia of demonic knowledge, more or less. You find it, written fucking years ago. The very old, but Borum hands it to you, and you read it through. The wasps are called Akulot, and they're not technically kind of a demon. They're kind of just like an amalgamation of souls, and they're just pushed into like a construct that they're then used as like expendable troops by demons. So it's like bottom of the barrel work as a demon, really. The Nightmare Cherub. This is kind of a longer subject. You see links between Nightmare Cherubs and a sort of curse. One that they can impart by like a physical affliction. And it usually takes the form of like a dark mark on the skin.
Would Riley would definitely have noticed that happened to Zero, right?
Maybe. With your passive session, probably.
Well, no, yeah, just looking at Zero because the thing was invisible.
Right. Going through, the Nightmare Cherub itself seemingly isn't dangerous. The creation of a Nightmare Cherub is a particularly tragic one, at least in terms of demonic creation, where it takes the death of a particularly evil child that just never had the chance for that to come into fruition and is now taking it out as a demon. But the cherub itself isn't dangerous. It's what it imparts is dangerous. What it does is kind of not specifically known. The knowledge that you gain is that it does impart the curse, but every person that's ever had the curse has died. And there's no known survivor of it, really. Every single person died of dehydration or sleep deprivation. And usually in the last couple days before their death, they were just driven mad. And they'd always talk about repeating nightmares.
Oh no. Oh no.
Yeah, I kind of figured that fucking Sneaky Beaky was something of that nature.
Oh no. Oh no.
With investigation, they also speak of the feeling of being watched, but nothing's ever really come out of that.
What, like victims of a nightmare cherub?
Like
Okay.
people that have been bitten by the nightmare cherub, or stung by the nightmare cherub, or clawed by the nightmare cherub, they've always speaking of repeating nightmares, and also whenever they sleep, it feels like something is just out there.
Literal sleep paralysis demon.
Yeah, kind of.
Right, so Riley would know then because passive perception. I'm gonna get on the fucking. Oh, right, Zero actually gave their stone away.
Yeah,
Oh,
I did. That was a mistake, but
oh
it's
no.
fine.
Well, we'll meet up in 12 hours, whatever. All right. I don't really know what else to do in the Hall of Knowledge. Uh. Hmm. Yeah, I don't really know what else to do. I'll just thank Borum for his time.
Anytime, man, anytime. You know what? The part about being wanted is hush hush here, man.
Oh, that's much appreciated, because the people who want us are not good.
I'll take your word for it. Just, hey, I'm doing you a solid. Do me a solid. Kind of keep me out of it, if you can.
Oh, I have no intention of bringing any danger here.
If I see you being chased, I don't know you.
I am totally fine with that, man. Look out for yourself.
You as well. Don't die out there.
Try not to.
Oh, I should also mention the curse is called the Curse of the Walking Nightmare.
Okay.
Ruh-roh.
Don't worry about it. Yeah. Chris, you are in the operating theater. Currently it is you, Brynwald, the guy whose name I keep forgetting, Dasso, and Luna. And also this new guy, Graydon Marcy. Yeah, he sort of just looks towards you, Marcy does, and just goes, "So are you like a doctor or something?"
I've dabbled in medicine a little bit. Proficient in some things.
Make a deception check.
If I'm proficient in medicine, is that
Yeah, do a. Oh, are you you're actually proficient in medicine?
yeah, I am.
Oh, make a persuasion check. Okay. He sure just go looks at you. Dabbled. Well, I guess you can just. He sort of cracks his knuckles, and his fingers are just fucking freakishly long as you're looking at them. He just cracks every single knuckle, and it just sounds like bubble wrap. They're just popping all at once. Watch a master at play, and he sort of looks to. He just
voice is. It's awesome.
he just looks at one of the various patients, and he just looks at Brynwald first, and Brynwald just looks to everyone. Sort of tells Luna, "It's best maybe you stay in another room until further notice." Mr. Killager, could you maybe keep Miss Luna occupied while we get fixed up?
Uh,
Or
I
if you wish
wanted
to impart knowledge on you, I don't wish to rob you of that either.
I do kind of want to take field notes, but I will escort her to another room.
Much obliged, good man. Yeah, you partway keeping Luna distracted somewhat. Eventually, she just settles for just, um, sort of like just finding some pencils and ink and just scribbling on walls. Uh, you can see like she's drawing like little mini murals of like the events of the day and a couple of the past couple days, and just yeah, just sort of just almost storybooking out the story, her own story, and where yours coincided with hers. And while she's doing that, you go back outside and find Green and Marcy, um, sort of opening up this very toxic-looking vial. Uh, just unplugs a cork and almost immediately begins to just foam, and there's some sort of dire chemical reactions happening inside. This sort of green liquid is just emitting this vapor, and he just sort of just holds it up to Brynwald's nose, and he just out like a light. Um, you're proficient in medicine already?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a medicine check. Okay. Surgery isn't really your thing. You know like the chemical compositions of various plants and chemicals and what like medical things they can do. Basic first aid. You can patch up wounds fairly well. This is like on another level of knowledge that you weren't technically trained for, but you can follow along. You see sterilizing tools. Just like holding like a flame to them, make sure nothing's on them. He's put on masks. Dude's legit. And over the next couple of hours, you see him sort of find the wound and dissect both Brynwald and Jesus Christ, Dasso.
Dasso.
Yeah, and you can see that looking into the wound, you can see that the wounds are, or the vials are stuffed into specific pockets in their intestine. Like where they wrap, they're sort of just stuffed in very specific orientations. Apparently they've done this before and they just figured out this is the way to stop them from jostling around too much. Make sure that they fall doesn't shatter. Like there's little indentations, little knots where they'll just slowly slide a glass vial in, and they also tie down the cork so it doesn't just come undone inside them too. While Marcy's doing this in the reverse, you imagine the process would probably be very similar going forwards as well. We're just cut him open, finding the spots, but he's doing it very deliberately. You can see that the scar tissue that was left, it was kind of like a hack job where they just slice them open, put them in, and just staple them shut pretty much. He's going very slowly. Make an insight check.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. He's a doctor. Yeah, he seems he definitely knows what you surmise he's definitely knows what he's doing. Like his demeanor was kind of off to you for a little bit, but judging from the way his hands are steady as a rock from like all of his tools, he's just going through them. He just wipes sweat on his brow, and he has this very big light that shines way brighter than most, shines brighter than any unmagical light you've seen. And he's just, you're in his theater, and he's putting on an opera. For the next 12 hours, you watch him just slowly pull out these vials. They're bloodied and intact, though. And he sort of sutures them shut and just waits for the vapor that he breathed in to kick out, or to fade away.
I'll ask him what that vapor is.
The vapor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's just a distillation of some plants in Haura. It's called Essence of Dream Bell. It's a native plant, the Shadow Tangle. You crush it up, dilute it in some alcohol, and just make a little base out of oil. Mix it together. And then when it reacts to the air, breathe it in. Lights out. You want some?
Not to breathe in, but if you have one that I can buy off of you, perhaps, yeah.
He sort of picks out one vial, this very light green tincture, corked, and it's the actual rim of the cork itself is attached by a wire to the glass, so you can put it back on and take it off very easily without losing the cork. He sort of hands it to you. 50 gold.
Okay.
If anyone asks you where you got it, you made it yourself, and I'm not liable. Also, here, and he picks up 9 vials of Arcanium and hands it to you.
Okay, I'll stuff all that in my bag of holding.
Make sure you don't lose those, or sell them, or don't. Either way, I'm not liable.
Yep, no worries.
So how are you doing? you just see awkwardly just tries to make small talk with you.
I'm doing good. If you could just write down the, instructions on how to make that stuff, that'll be perfect.
It'll be 5 gold. I don't work for free.
Yep, I'll give you 5 gold.
Okay. Yeah, man, he just it's almost insultful. Like he gives you this torn off piece of paper he found, and it's like 3 steps. The hardest part is finding the plant itself. Because they literally crush it up into a powder, or at least like really small fragments, distill it in alcohol, and then like put it in like a base of oil. And then cap it really quickly. It's like 4 steps. 5 gold. Could have paid for like 12, like 2 weeks of an in-stay for that. But yeah, eventually 12 hours come up. Boop, 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 boop. It is approaching nighttime. As you all eventually reconvene back at that same spot, that shifty little alleyway where there's a weird clinic in a rich part of the neighborhood. Yeah, eventually, Chris, you are witness to all this, but eventually your companions come by as well. Eventually, everyone wakes up. They are a little groggy and kind of out of it for the first like hour or so, but eventually they'll come to, and they're like fully cognizant. Marcy sort of gives all 3 of them another vial of this clear liquid. This will help with the soreness. 2 sips a day. Don't take more, or your heart will stop. And Brindwell sort of just goes, I believe that is a favor well repaid. Thank you, Mr. Marcy. Don't mention it. Literally, don't. I'm not here. As eventually your companions walk through the door. Yeah, and you all reconvene. All 3 prisoners. All safe, seemingly. All without their... without the drugs in them. You don't see the vials anywhere, though.
Chris, do you have the vials?
Yeah, where's them drugs at, friend?
They're safe. They'll be put to good use.
We probably shouldn't have left him here alone. As long as you have them, at least.
I mean, why does he get to keep them all for himself? I want some.
Zero, I think there's something more pressing that you need to do. Let me ask you a
I'm
question.
gonna pickpocket Chris right now. No, what were you saying?
Zero, let me ask you a question. How well did you sleep last night?
Zero has like a 30-yard stare. I mean, I don't know. I slept. Guess I woke up at some point from a pretty weird dream, but
Yeah, weird in what way?
It was a nightmare where I was reliving the death of a really good friend of mine and watching her kill me. It's great.
Yeah, so I learned some stuff while I was at the library. Those are symptoms of a curse that will result in your death.
Excellent. I see.
Yeah, so maybe let's go do something about that before the death thing happens.
As he says that I'm pickpocketing Chris.
Make a sleight of
You can
hand check.
multitask.
Not that you need to, but you can if you want to.
I'm not gonna take all of them. I just want like, how many does he have? 9?
9.
I'm taking 3.
Yeah, three vials of Arcanium. Chris, you now have 6. Mark it down.
I marked it down. What was the name of the other stuff? The green liquid?
Essence of Dreambell. Yeah, Dreambell, the plant, is native to Hara. And it's just a distilled vapor emitting version of it, more or less. All right. But you all reconvene. Brynwald it sort of looks like a successful operation, and now the new scar over the scar. It's well sutured at least, and sort of looks to all of you. It is a shame that not everyone made it out of that dreadful warehouse, but at least from the 3 of us, I believe, I speak for all of us, that you have our deepest gratitudes. This was all possible because of you. If you weren't there, we would have been, who knows, shipped off, dissected again.
Sold into slavery in Haura. That's just what they do.
Well, that fate has not befallen us. Thank you, Xodiacs. I believe, well, that is the file's taken care of. I believe me and Mr. Oh, Jesus. Dasso. Mr. Dasso can make our way here. If you have pressing matters to be, I believe I can arrange for transport for the young Miss Luna here on the steam line.
Are you comfortable going alone?
I'll be accompanying her.
Oh, right.
Judging from the state of things in the city, and the fact that, well, they kidnapped me, and my name is, even if I did have a company, they would come back in. I don't think I'm safe here, so I do life in Cilia, it's not so bad.
Oh, your new destination is Silnia. Okay, well then, that's fine.
May I insight check him, please?
Can I say check? Another natural 20 on him.
Wow.
Once again, he seems earnest. And like, yeah, he is genuinely fearful. 1, for the girl's safety. 2, he might get fucking murked when he's in the city still. He sort of turns to Dasso. How about you, Mr. Dasso? Dasso just palms the 700 gold you have. Like, nope, I'm out. Thank you. Sorry, debts to pay. And he walks out. Well, it is up to you. If you wish to accompany us, or if you trust my intentions and
I mean, we can literally teleport you there. No need for the steam line.
I just assumed you were busy.
We are,
You-
but
you
we're not
seemed-
that busy.
You seemed stressed. And you should have taken a break.
I actually need to go to Sylnia to get repairs.
Oh, come to think of it, there's that trinket we've had this whole time, too. I kind of want to see what's on it.
Yeah, might as well. Then after that, we can head back to Thane.
Right. Well, that way I won't have to burn one of my contacts. That'd be nice. Back to the dragon.
Yeah, right. Before that, Zero. You want to hit up the Hall of the Ten?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we need to go deal with that.
Hell yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. As you all make your way out into the Hall of the Ten. Yeah, you just begin to march out. The moon is not visible really in the sky. This high-rise buildings are kind of obscuring it. But it is nighttime. Zero, make a perception check.
Oh boy. Not bad.
Okay.
What is that music?
Happy time.
As you're walking through the streets, the lights are out. The torches are being lit. It is not well populated, but you're with your friends. There's no moon out visible, but you swear you see one anyway. And you sort of just look up, you see a glint of silver up on a rooftop. You don't get a good look, because when you blink, it's gone. You think nothing of it. To begin with, and you see it again, different rooftop. Sort of crescent-shaped reflection. When you look up, this time you avoid blinking. But it's still somewhat shrouded in a dark color. You can see a reflection. It should be very visible, but it is just covered in this umbra. You don't make out specific details, but you see whatever it is. It is tall. Standing upright, it's like 13 feet. Limbs very gangly, very spindly.
Fuck
Bone
off,
tight.
Simon.
Every single finger is elongated beyond comfort. The body itself rail thin, and you just see a very elongated neck with a tiny, smooth head. You don't see any features in the darkness, just two little horns. As you sort of focus on it, the horns sort of spiral up into two spiraling horns. And you see that void-like gaping mouth in your dream. You blink and it's gone. We'll pick that up next time.
Neat.
Fuck off.
Happy
Fuck off.
Halloween.
Halloween episode.
No, because Simon knows what scares me, and he knows I fucking hate tall, skinny monsters that are like some Slender Man built
Man,
type
fucking
shit.
Slender Man
God
terrified
damn
me as
piece
a
of fucking
fucking teenager.
God damn it.
I dab.